Executive Mayor.
Ayike yize kunjalo ke sizama nje ukukha phezulu. Angilungise ke lapho. Thank you.
Yeah, if it satisfies you to say Executive Mayor, but in this meeting, he's the executive, he's got those authority to take decision on behalf of the mayor. Can we listen to one another? Can we listen to one another? Can we listen to one another? Can we listen to one another?
Ngicela silalela.
We have the acting mayor, Honorable Matebula.
Sinebambela mayor.
And let me request that. There's a lot of noise, man. I'm not sure what. Let me request that the parliament is in session. We have to observe the order.
Angicele ke ukuthi njengoba silapha iparlament liyaqhubeka. Ngakho ke akeke ukuthi kuba nokuhleleka.
Anybody who wants to speak outside the proceeding, you are requested to go out so that you don't disturb these proceedings.
Uma kwenzeka ufuna ukukhuluma, sicela uphumele ngaphandle ukuze ungaphazamisa okwenzeka la.
So I'm requesting that we listen to one another. When you are not given opportunity to speak by the chair, please don't do that because we will remove you from the hall.
Ngicela silalelane ke. Uma unganikezwanga ithuba lokukhuluma, ngicela ungakhulumi uma usihlale engashongo ukuthi khuluma. Ngoba uma kungenjalo uzokhishelwa ngaphandle.
And then I'm going to invite the executive mayor, acting executive mayor, to welcome us and introduce other councillors that are in this hall. Executive Mayor.
Ngizokwethula ke ibambela lika mayor ukuba lisamukele thina sonke sikhona lapha liphinde lethule ke namanye amakhansela.
No, siyabonga kakhulu program director sihlalo wekomiti. Want to take this opportunity to greet yourself namalunga wekomiti waseparlamente, amakhansela waseMalahleni local municipality led by the Honorable Chief Whip. My name is Thabang Matebula, the Honorable Acting Executive Mayor of Nkangala District. By the way, I am the youngest councillor at that district of Nkangala and the future of the government of tomorrow. Well, program director, one, we must appreciate the program in Isletelayo to consult us as Nkangala district on this bill that seeks to assist and liberate our people. But taking the opportunity, well, let me allow you to translate and then.
Oh, ayike ukuqala mangisho ukuthi ngikhansela eliselisha njengoba ningibona kodwa futhi elinekusasa elibheke phambili. Asibonge ke mphathi wohlelo ukuthi nisilethele lo mthetho sivivinyo lapha kithi ukuze sizothi ukuxoxa ngawo.
Taking the opportunity, ukuthi members of the parliament are here. While we welcome you, we want to speak on a matter. There is what we refer to as just energy. Nkangala is the energy hub of South Africa, and I believe all of us are aware. And we want to appeal and plead with the committee and also the leadership there to say just energy must be just for the people of Nkangala. It must be seeking also to protect, not to harm, the employment opportunities. Why are we saying this? We are saying this because this is Emalahleni, a town that is mainly dominated by the mining sector and activities, which carries also more than 4 power stations. That's why we're saying the just energy must be just, because failure for just energy to be just, it will then create a situation of having a ghost town and ultimately having a ghost region. So that is why we want to plead that in everything that national government is doing, let there be constant consultations with district and municipalities, especially here in Nkangala, so that in everything that we do, there's transparent, honest, and fairness, and also we protect the interest of our people, which is business and opportunities of employment. With that being said, Chair, we want to welcome all of you here, and we believe that our communities as well as our councillors are going to participate in beefing up the bill and also making corrections where there is a need. So that as you take back the bill to Parliament and pass it into a proper legislation, the contributions would have been kept, and then it is a bill that is seeking to address all issues as per the process of consultation. Thank you very much, Siyanamgela, Nkangala, Emalahleni. Siyabonga.
Kafushan. Esikushoyo ukuthi indawo yethu indawo enezinto ezimbiwa phansi. Manje sifisa ukuthi lezi zinto mazabiwe kahle ngokungenzeleli ukuze kwakheka amathuba omsebenzi. Manje njengoba nilapha ke nifikile nizozivakashela, siyathemba ukuthi amakhansela nabo bonke abathintekayo bazofaka isandla ukuze uma senibuyele emuva kulomthetho sivivinyo nibuyele nezinto enifike nazithola lapha endaweni yakithi eyasenkangala.
Thank you very much. I will then ask the Chief Whip to introduce councillors that are here.
Ake ngicele ke uSotswebhu ukuba eze ke ethule amakhansela akhona lapha.
Good morning, everyone. Morning to the Chairperson and all members of the Parliament. I'm saying good morning to the Chairperson of the committee. Also greetings to the members of the Parliament. Greetings to our Honorable Acting Executive Mayor from the district. And all protocol observed.
Ngithi ngibingelele nje bonke abantu abakhona lapha, ngibingelele usihlalo, ngibingelele amalungu ekomiti, ngibingelele nelungu elibambele njengemeya elikhona kule district yethu. Ngithi kini nonke nje ngiyanibingelela.
We are in our midst. We are having the ward councillor here, uCouncillor uNombuso. Nombuso, can you please greet?
Sine councillor uNombuso.
And without any waste of time, I'll request all councillors from Emalahleni to stand up and wait for the community and the
Ngaphandle nje kokuchitha isikhathi ngicela wonke amakhansela ukuba sukume bese ephakamisa izandla bingelele ukuze siwabone.
All councillors from Emalahleni, can you please stand up? Councillor Mahir, can you please stand up? I know you all. Okay, no, thank you. Those are our councillors.
Nawo ke amakhansela niwabonile.
I'm now going to release the ward councillor and the acting mayor to join their people so that we proceed with our.
Ayike mangibadedele councillor kanye nebambela mayor ukuba libe phakathi kwabantu.
As I've requested before, as I've requested before, as I've requested before, that Parliament is in session, we therefore request you that let's listen to one another so that we can then be able to proceed with the proceeding of the Parliament.
Njengoba bengicelile ngaphambili ngizocela ukuba silalelane ngoba iParliament liyaqhubeka ukuze sikwazi futhi ukuqhubekela phambili ngemisebenzi yosuku lanamuhla.
Because majority of you have not attended the workshop, I'm going to try and summarize the bill.
Ngenxa yokuthi abaningi benu babengekho ngesikhathi sine workshop esikhathini esedlule ngizothi nje ukunikhela phezulu.
As I've indicated that we are here in Malahleni to come and solicit your views on the Housing Consumer Protection Bill.
Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi silapha eMalahleni ukuze sithole uvo lwenu ngalomthetho sisekelo ukuvikelwa kwamakhasimende ezindlu.
The housing sorry, I'm going to summarize, and the purpose of the bill
Ngizothi kafushane nje ngichaza injongo yalo mthetho sisekelo.
The Housing Consumer Protection Bill of 2021 seeks to repeal the Housing Consumer Protection Measures Act of 1998.
Lo mthetho sisekelo ukuvikelwa kwamakhasimende ezindlu wango 2021 uthiwa uhlose ukuchitha umthetho olawula ukusebenza kwemigomo yokuvikelwa kwamakhasimende ezindlu.
And Housing Consumer Protection Measures Act of 1998 became effective from the 4th of June 1999, and the bill was amended for several times, and therefore the department and the NHPRC, which is a regulatory council for building industry, decided to repeal this legislation.
Lo mthetho kuthiwa uqala ukusebenza ngokusemthethweni mhla zizine kuNhlangulana ka1999 usuchitshiyelwe izikhathi eziningi ke lo mthetho olawula ukusebenza kwemigomo yokuvikelwa kwamakhasimende ezindlu.
To this end, the bill seeks to ensure adequate protection of housing consumers and effectively regulation of the home building industry, inter alia strengthening the regulatory mechanism, strengthening the protection of housing consumers, introducing effective enforcement mechanism, and prescribing appropriate penalty or sanction to deter non-compliance by the home builders.
Lo mthetho ke sivivinyo sikhuluma ngawo namhlanje uhlose ukubheka ukuthi imhlinzeko yakhona iyahambisana yini nemithetho ebekiwe bese ubheka futhi ukuthi uyabavikela yini labo abathola izindlu uphinde futhi uhlawulise labo abangakwenzi okufanele kwenziwe umthetho.
In addition, the bill seeks to address the economic transformation of the industry through the introduction of the provision relating to the warranty funds surplus, which may be utilized towards developmental programs for the whole home building industry.
Uphinde futhi wona lo mthetho ofanayo wezivikelo uphinde ubheke ukuthi amakhasimende ayavikeleka yini ngendlela efanele okufanele avikele ngawo futhi lo mthetho uyaqinisekisa yini ukuthi izimfuno ezifunwa umthetho ziyalandelwa.
The bill seeks to create an enabling environment for the new entrants into the home building industry through the introduction of contractual provisions that ensure their sustainability in the market.
Ufuna futhi ukubheka ukuthi ngabe ukusimamiswa uma kuziwa kule mthetho yezindlu kuyenzeka yini uphinde futhi ubheke ukuthi ingabe abantu mabethola le ndlela yokuthola kwezindlu nabo bayakwazi yini ukuphepha bavikeleke kukho.
And the bill further seeks to align and create synergy with other relevant pieces of legislation such as the Public Finance Management Act of 1999 and the Promotion of Administrative Justice Act of 2000.
Uphinde futhi lo mthetho ubheke ukuthi ingabe indaba yokuphathwa kwezimali zalo mthetho wokuphathwa kwezimali wangonyaka 1999 nawo futhi uyalandelwa yini ngoba ufuna ukuqinisa ukubambisana phakathi kule mithetho ekhona ebekiwe.
The summary of the provision of the bill is as follows. Chapter 1 of the bill deals with the definition, application of the Act, and the application of Public Finance Management Act of the Council. The Council.
Uma niubheka lo mthetho sivivinyo lapha ekuqaleni uchaza inhloso yawo ukuthi iyini inhloso yawo ngamazwibela ukuthi uhloseni ngempela kanye nemithetho ebekiwe esebenzayo echazayo ngalo mthetho sivivinyo wamakhasimende ezindlu.
The bill makes provision for, inter alia, the definition of the bill to expand the protection afforded housing consumers by including the repairs, renovation, alteration, and addition to an existing home under the council's regulatory regime.
Uphinde futhi ubandakanye ukulungiswa kwazo izindlu uma kudingeka zilungiswe zishintshwe lo mthetho uphinde ubandakanye zonke lezo zinto ezithinta nje abantu abasuke bengamakhasimende ezindlu.
The scope of the application of the legislation is extended to include not only the builders who undertake home building as a business but also owners builders. Owners builders are included in the definition of a home builders and are required to register with the council.
Manje lo mthetho uma sewubheka ke uyaluleka uthinti nje kuphela abathengi bezindlu kodwa uphinde uthinte nabantu abazakhaya abakhi bazo izindlu ngokwazo njengoba bezisebenzisa.
Chapter 2 of the bill seeks to provide for the continuation of the council established in terms of section 2 of the act as a jurisdiction persons to be known as the National Home Building Regulatory Council. It further seeks to provide for the objective of the council, governance, and the structure of the council.
Lo mthetho ke wesibili uyingxenye 2 kulolu mthetho sivivinyo wethu njengoba siubona lapho uphinde uchaze incazelo yokwakha ngokwayo iphinde yenabele nasosizweni olusuke litholakala livikela abaninikazi bezindlu luphinde futhi libandakanye nokulungiswa kwakho okusuke kudinga kwenziwa.
Chapter 3 of the bill seeks to provide for the registration of home builders and developers, the establishment of a register of home builders, the requirements of the registration, the suspension of the registration, the grading of a home builders, and the liability of unregistered home builders or developers.
Uma sowubuka ke isingxenye yesithathu yalo mthetho sivivinyo ke manje seyithinta ukubhalisa ke manje kwabo bonke abantu abasuke bengabamba iqhaza kulezi zinto ezithinta izindlu kuqiniseke ukuthi nabo ngokwabo bayakuthola ukuvikeleka yini ngaphansi kwale mthetho esikhuluma ngawo umthetho sivivinyo wokuvikelwa kwamakhasimende.
Chapter 4 of the bill seeks to provide for the establishment of the register of the enrollment of a home prior to the commencement of its construction by the home builders, consequences for failure to enroll a home, duties in respect of a subsidy housing project, and the consequences of the failure by the member of the executive council or member of the mayoral committee responsible for human settlements, a social housing institution, or a subsidy housing delivery agent to comply with the provision of the Act.
Manje lo mthetho ke isigaba sesine sawo manje sesibheka ukuthi ingabe lawa abaphethe manje abakhona ingabe bona ke manje bayahambisana yini noma benze ngokuvumelana kanye nawo lo mthetho sivivinyo esikhuluma ngawo okungasho ukuthi nabo kufanele balandise uma kunembuzo abantu abafuna ukuyiqonda ethinta lo mthetho sivivinyo ngokuphathelene nokubhaliswa ke manje.
Chapter 5 of the bill seeks to provide for the funds of the council, the home warranty funds, additional funding through monies appropriated by Parliament as the council's regulatory mandate is a public function, the establishment of a non-profit company, management of the funds, the fees of the council, commencement and the duration of the warranty, the maximum and the minimum amount payable from the warranty funds, claims and limitations.
Lapha ke sekuyindaba yezimali ke manje ezisuke zikhokhwa njengoba kufakwa izicelo ukuze zikhokhelwe lezo zimali ukubona ukuthi kwazona ke nazo ziyakwazini ukusebenza ngendlela efanele kubhekwe uma kudingeka ukulandelela ukubona ukuthi izimali ezisuke zikhishiwe zisebenza ngendlela okuyiyo yini.
Chapter 6 of the bill seeks to prohibit the procurement of services to build a home which form part of the subsidy housing project from a home builder who is not registered with the council, relies on a home that was not enrolled with the council in his tender submission, who previously failed to rectify or complete the rectification of the structural defects as directed by the council without responsible grounds, or who failed to disclose any information prescribed by the Minister of Human Settlement.
Lesi sigaba ke manje sona ke sesibhekelela abakhi abangafuni ukubhalisa noma bangazange babhalise ngendlela efanele okufanele kwenziwe ngayo. Manje siyabanqinda ke ukuthi bangakwenzi lokho uma bekwenza bangazithola imhlomulo okufanele itholo. Ngakho sigxile nje kakhudlwana kulabo babhalisi abasuke singathi abangemthetho ngoba basuke bengabhalisile.
Chapter 7 of the bill seeks to provide for the enforcement of the provision of the bill once enacted. It also seeks to provide for the appointment and the duties of inspectors, the establishment and powers of the compliance and enforcement committees, matters related to the administrative and substantive non-compliance and penalties relating the chapter further seeks to provide alternative dispute resolution, criminal offense and sanctions.
Ake lesi sigaba 7 manje ke sona ke mase sesibhekelela kakhulu ke manje isijeziso esingase sitholwe yilabo abangakulandeleli lokho. Sibheke futhi ukuthi kuyaphoqelelwa yini ukuthi ulandelwe umthetho osuke ubekiwe othinta wona lo mthetho sivivinyo. Ngakho kubalekile ukuthi kube khona isigaba esinjalo esibhekelela ukulalelwa nokuthotshelwa komthetho.
Chapter 8 of the bill seeks to provide for various matters include the home building manual, the making of the rules by the council and of the regulations by the minister, the recovery of the fees, vicarious liabilities, the personal liability of the member, director, trustees of a home builder, duties of the estate agency, financial institution, conveyances, the code of conduct for the council members, home builders, developers, and other industry role players. This chapter also deals with the transitional matters.
Manje ke lesi sigaba ke sesibandakanya izinto eziningi ke ezikhona ngaphansi kwaso bese sibheka ukuthi ngazinye zalezi zigaba abantu abathintekayo abantu abalandelela okwenzekayo ukuthi bonke njengoba sebehlangene ingabe nabo bonke futhi bayakulalela yini okusuke kushiwo.
On economic and employment and infrastructure development, as noted above, the bill seeks to provide for the warranty fund surplus to be utilized towards transformative human settlement developmental program which facilitate growth, skills development and economic transformation in the home building industry.
Njengoba kuneyinhlelo ke lapha zokuthuthukisa ke manje amakhono, ukuthuthukiswa ukusebenza. Lesi sigaba sibhekelela lokho ke ukuthi ingabe lezi zinto emphakathini ziyathuthukiswa yini, zithuthukele phambili.
The bill seeks to provide emergency home builders greater access and a protection through equitable registration requirement, a grading system, the regulation of the certain contractual matters, and continuation development and training. The proposed provision covering the contractual matters between the home builders, developers, employees are meant to contribute towards the sustainability of the emerging home buildings and the growth of the home building industry.
Kufanele kubhekwe ke manje ukuthi abakhi abanikazi abathenga izindlu abazithuthukisayo bonke uma kwenziwe isivumelwano phansi inkontileka ezisuke zizokwenziwa ezithinta lokho ingabe nabo ngokwabo bayawuthobela yini futhi lo mthetho sivivinyo okukhulunywa ngawo. Ngakho nawo futhi uthinta zonke lezi zigaba esisanda kuzibala.
That is the summary of the bill.
Lana nje bekungamazwibela alo mthetho sivivinyo.
Now we are going to allow you as communities to make inputs, because your input is very much important to strengthen this bill.
Manje sovumela nina ke njengamalungu omphakathi ukuthi nani niphosa isandla libe negalelo ngoba enizokusho kubaluleke kakhulu kulomthetho sivivinyo.
Protection services, I don't have my chairs on the middle.
Ake sibheke la ababhekelela lapha indawo kuvikeleka ukuthi akufuneki kube nezihlalo lapho khanjwa khona.
Protection services, I need the chairs, that of the people that I'm going to appoint to come and make inputs here. There are chairs here. There are 5
Nazi
chairs here.
ngapha ngemuva.
In the meantime, so I'm now going to invite members or members of the communities who wants to make input on the bill.
Ayike sizocela ke amalungu omphakathi afuna ukuphosa esivivaneni eze lapha ngaphambili azosho ke ngokwalo mthetho sivivinyo esikhuluma ngawo.
Can I see hands that want to speak on the bill?
Sibona
Number
abafuna
1,
ukukhuluma kulomthetho wesivivinyo.
number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. I need 10 people. I'm at number 6. Number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. Number 1 must sit here. We have only 3 minutes each to make our inputs. But before I give you the people that I have appointed, we have people with disability amongst us, which I'm going to give them preference if they want to speak on the bill. Can I see if they want to speak? We can bring the mic where you are, Baba, if you want to speak. Not yet? Okay. Any disability person?
Uma ekhona abaphila nokukhubazeka phakathi kwethu ibona bazonikwa kuqala ithuba lokukhuluma. Bakhona phakathi kwethu abanjalo?
Ceci, you are the last one. Ceci, what you are, yes, you are the last one. You are the last one. Go back. Come this way. There must be 10 here. If I have not pointed you, please leave the row because there must be 10.
Babe u10 abantu abahleli lapha ngoba uma ungakho lapho ngeke ulithola ithuba manje. Okwamanje kufanele kuhlale babe u10 oqala uhleli ngaphambili.
Come closer. Come closer with your chair. Come closer with your chair. Come closer so that to accommodate the person there, the last person there. So you're allowed to make inputs, 3 minutes each, because our intention as Parliament is to get all of you to speak, if possible. But for now, we are going to give you 3 minutes. Those that have prepared submission, you're welcome just to summarize in 3 minutes and submit your submission to the table there.
Ayike sizonikwezwa ithuba lokukhuluma cishe nje imizuzu emithathu. Isizathu salokho ukuthi besingafisa ukuba sonke sihambe sikhulumile lapha njengeParliament. Ngakho uma kukhona izethulo oziphethe obufuna ukuzisho, ungamane nje ukhe phezulu kuzo bese uzoziletha kuleli tafula elingapha ngakwesokudla sami.
And as you given the opportunity to speak, you must indicate your name, whether you support the bill or you reject the bill.
Uma uphendula oqala kufanele usitshele igama lakho bese kwesibili usho ukuthi lo mthetho sivivinyo ke uyawusekela yini noma awusekeli.
That's it. Number 1, 3 minutes. Start.
Greetings. Greetings everyone. My name is Mpumalanga Machwene. I'm a PR councillor in the Steve Chairperson local municipality. My submissions will be in a point form.
Sorry, Bob. Sorry. Can I request that we listen to the input? We are recording. And if you are making noise, your voices will disturb the system. Please, if you want to speak, go and speak outside and you will come back.
Sicela simlalele njengoba enza izethulo ngoba izinto ezenzeka lapha ziyarekhodwa kodwa mhlawumbe mawufuna ukukhuluma socela uphumele ngaphandle ukuze kungaphazamiseki le machine erekhodayo.
Continue, Bob.
All right, greetings once again. My name is Mpumalanga Machwene. I'm a PR councillor in the Steve Chairperson local municipality. My input here will be in a point form. So for point number 1 will be, for many years, our people have complained about the quality and standard of houses without any help because of the failure of the NHRBC, which operates like a cartel. This is mainly the case with the RDP houses that were built by dishonest contractors. Point number 2, we welcome a bill that will protect homeowners from poor quality buildings through the registration of home builders' dependents on the quality standards of the building. Point number 3, while we welcome the strengthening of the home warranty fund, the fund must not only be accessible to the rich building houses in suburbs and estates, but also to all who are building, including in township and rural areas. Point number 4, we accept that it is difficult to apply the bill to temporary building structures forming part of informal settlement or sheds. However, the decision to exclude the application of the bill to structures that do not have their own bathroom or toilet is based on misguided European misconceptions of what qualifies as a building. People in rural areas build differently to those in the city with land constraints, and therefore they do not always build homes that have attached to them a toilet and bathroom or even a kitchen. Therefore, this exclusion must be removed from the bill. Point number 5, for many years the home building construction sector has been dominated and continues to be dominated by a few whites together with NHRBC. The registration requirements appears fair, but the practical implications of the stringent requirements may be used to exclude entrant home builders, who are mostly backup contractors. The use of the surplus of the home warranty fund to finance transformation measures in the industry must clearly specify that some of the funds will be used to assist black entrants with registration, and this must be reported on annually. Point number 6, failure to address clearly how the legislation will ensure that it supports the entrance of play contractors and transform the industry will only serve to create a white-owned industry presented as a way to protect homeowners. Chair, I so submit, and in my submission, I support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are a very good example. You took 2 minutes. And you have made important points. Number 2.
Greetings to all in the house. My name is Dr. Mfiri, PRO Councillor in Ward 15 here in Clarinet. For many years, our people have complained about the quality and standard of houses without any help because of the failure of the NHRBC, which operates like a cartel. This mainly the case with the RDP houses that were built by dishonest contractors. Point number 2, we welcome a bill that will protect homeowners from poor quality buildings through the registration of home builders dependent on the quality standards of home building. Point number 3, while we welcome the strengthening of the home warranty fund, the fund must not only be accessible to the rich building houses in suburbs and estates, but also to all who are building, including in township and rural areas. Point number 4, we accept that it is difficult to apply the bill to temporary buildings, structures forming part of informal settlements or shacks. However, the decision to exclude the application of the bill to structures that do not have their own bathroom or toilet is based on misguided European misconception of what qualifies as a building. People in rural areas build differently to those in the city with land constraints, and therefore they do not always build homes that have attached to them a toilet and bathroom or even a kitchen. Therefore, this exclusion must be removed from the bill.
Thank you.
Point number 5.
No, thank you.
Thanks.
3 minutes. Yes. 3 minutes.
All right, sanibonani nonke. Ngiyezwakala ne ilimi lika George ngalidonsa mphathi. Che. Right, thank you. Ngifuna ukuyibeka ngifuna ukukhuluma isiZulu. One nguThevin wakaNkosi eWard 12. Right, ongumhlali eWard 12. So number 1, ngiyacabanga ukuthi sine challenge ukuthi whereby when you attended the training siye sacela ukuthi kusho ukuthi kuzomela ukuthi njengoba uhulumeni athi kumele kube nabo sokontraka kose kube ne-funding ezokwazi ukusiza abo sokontraka in the area of Emalahleni ukuthi bakwazi ukuthi nabo baqualify ukubuild izindlu ba register no NHBRC. 1 2 kunezindlu like ku new development that we have eziningi ezakhiwe phezu kwesanti whereby we are saying kumele ukuthi uNHBRC kwenziwe izindlu ezine foundation egujwa phansi hayi lebe kwaphezulu zibe standard as per specifications NHBRC when they are inspecting houses. Eyesithathu ama storm waters okuyiwona ukuthi uma uchecka izindlu zethu azinama storm waters ziphinde zicrackiswe ama storm water lawa angafakwa before kwakhiwa izindlu. Right, kube ne issue proper survey. Kunezindlu in the ward ezakhiwe phezu kwamapits. Mangabe le phezu kwamapits kwesiyalo. Uma ngabe le ndlu icede ukwakhiwa indlu seyiyacracka kunezibhobozo ngaphakathi iyasithela. Thank you.
Thank you. Those houses that you have said they were built, you can go and register there, which has got problems.
Sanibonani, igama uLusha kunene uphuma eVictor local municipality. Inkinga mina enginayo ngayibeka kanje. Ekhaya 2009 basakhela indlu, then yakreka, bathi lapha phansi kumanzi vele. So bayiwisa bayakhela is2, but i-problem bayenze i-foundation phezu kwaleya abaqalanga phansi bakhuphe i-foundation. So masiya ku-municipality wethu or i-councillor lethu siyo-reporta uthi hayi ngizoza. Then the next thing simfonela simtshela ukuthi sihlushwa amanzi back opposite nasekhaya kunomkhulu ohlala khona uze wahamba alinde i-RDP yakhe akayitholi. Into bengicela ukuthi besicela abantu esababeka esihlalweni basikhumbule masifuna usizo noma sidinga usizo, basicabangele njengokuba sasibakhethile sibathemba sithi masisebunzimeni yibo bona abantu sizothi masikhala kibo basincede. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you. Sisi, go and register that house.
Sanibonani nonke. Ya mina igama lami nguSimon Home, I'm from VK Victor Kai Delmas 2-10. So inkinga enginayo mina lapha eDelmas ngicela ukuthi yonke into ebayenzayo lapha ngibona mina engase right ngoba sekunesikhathi sabhalisa izindlu eVictor Kai. So uma siya lapha sasitshela into eyi1 ngaso sonke isikhathi ukuthi ama-computer awekho. Since from 2013 ngabhalisa sithi ngiyaya lapha ema-ofisini wakhona bangitshela ukuthi manje i-system awekho, abanama system. Uya lapha but no, bhala phansi and then sizokufonela sizokuchecka nge-cellphone. So ngicela ukuthi abaphathi from here eWitbank yababhekelele indawo yalapha eVictor Kai. Sinenkinga kakhulu lapha ngoba ngiyacabanga babona ukuthi abekho abantu abakhulu abaphethe bazenzela umathanda the way bafuna ngakhona. Manje I'm 45 years, I've got 3 children ngisahlala ekhaya. Kwamanje anginayo indlu, anginanix. So ngiyabonga yiko kuningi ebengifuna ukuchaza namhlanje lana. Ngiyacabanga nami mase ngikhulumile inhliziyo yami izojabula. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Baba. Can we allow the interpreter to interpret so that we can then be able to record?
The only problem that we have right now there is it because we registered the houses in 2009, but now when we go to check our names, what's going on, always they tell us that their computers are not working. So they will just tell you to leave your name down, then they will call you later, only to find that they don't do that. So please help us, please help us. You whom we have been appointed, please help us because we have a problem. We've registered our name, but we don't find any answer to what we have registered.
Thank you. I'm just reminding the speakers, you must indicate whether you support the bill or you reject the bill.
Ningakhohlwa ukusho ukuthi niyawusekela umthethosivivinyo noma cha.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me first greet you all here, and let me welcome the presentation by the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee. Now, mine is only 2, just a submission. It's not a complaint anyway. So when we talk in terms of economic transformation, I think what I have to submit is 2 things. I think the bill must include the National Home Builders Forum, whereby we need to have people from the communities that will be involved on this bill. So because of our bill does not speak about our communities, it only speaks about the certain councillors, but it's not speaking up in terms of our communities. So I submit that our communities must be involved when you discuss the issue of this bill. Then the second thing, in terms of the quality of the houses that was speaking about, like the example, the RDP that we are having currently, we've got many RDP that has cracks. So in terms of having this quality of standard of houses, I think we must have a building training program that all the builders, all the contractors must be trained before we can give them the product. So thank you.
Zimbili kuphela nje izinto mina engize nazo angizile.
My name is Sam Goben, I'm from Tembisile municipality. I'm confused. I support.
Zimbili izinto engize ngazo nje mina lapha engizokhuluma ngazo. Kokuqala ukuthi lo mthetho sivivinyo phela mawungakhulumi nje ukhe phezulu ukhulume namakhansela athile. Mawuhlanganisa abantu abahlala kuleyo ndawo kube yibo ababandakanyayo bafakwe kulo mthetho sivivinyo bazikhulumele bona ngoba kuzokwakhiwa endaweni yabo. Bazi ukuthi lento ithinta thina. Ngakufanayo ke nale ndaba yokwakhiwa kwalezindlu. Ake baqeqeshwe labo sonkontileka laba bakha izindlu nabo kuze phela izinga lokwakha lithuthuke libe lihle liphakame. Kodwa uma bengaqeqeshiwe ngeke kwenzeke lokho.
Ngisifuna ukubingelela ngeMnesilukele. Lapha nginesikhalo setindlu tethu abasakhele tona. Letindlu abasakhele tona tya crack. Mati cracker tincane sinebantwana bayabhalisa ukuthi bathole tindlu. Bantu bethu sekudala silindele ukuthi baphume bathole tindlu njengoba singakhona ihlala nabo babanenge endlini leyiwani. Sinetinkinga netosima nemalo kanjaneni mitha ayabhamuka anganakelelwa ngumuntu. Sinetinkinga nokuthi lapha noma iswirich njengakami iyayibholde nasemnyango ukuthola ngasaphumeke bangethi kuthiwa ivala. Sinetinkinga nangale 5 bantu labanye bahlala emandini uduzane nasemanzini. Konke lokho sicela uhulumende asilekelele asihawukele. Ngiyabonga.
The only thing that I came here to ask.
Niyasapota ukuthi anisapoti bill ma.
Siyasapota kakhulu. Sinithanda kakhulu ngoba nibhekela kithi.
I came here to ask the government to help us with at least 3 things that I would like you to help us. First of all, the houses that we have, we always see the cracks on the walls. So that's the first problem that we have. And the second one, the meters are not correct. So that's the second problem that we have with water meters. And the third one is the sewage. Sewage is everywhere. So that's the problem that I'm here to plead you as the government to help us with.
Okay, sanibonani. Igama lami ngingu-Ms Machwene endaweni yaseThubeli Ikrili wa 25. Siyabonga ukuthi sihlangane nabaphathi bethu namuhla. Sizobatshela lokho kula kwethu enhlizweni zethu. Njoba ngisuka eKrili eThubeli sihlangabezana inkinga enkulu eThubeli. Ngoba masikhosi sisuke eKrili size eWitbank kamasipala sekudeni. And angake sikhona sihlezi singanamali and nama-taxi ayakhuphuka. Baphathi sicela into one extension 5 eThubeli iyakhiwe siyavuma siyabonga abantu ababakhela izindlu nathi sakhelwe but ziyakhwe phezulu kwamanzi. Ziyakhwe last year mara izindlu ziyangena amanzi ziyavuza. Abantwana since kuyagujwa amapipe ukuthi akufakwa amanzi akunama toilet akhona akunamanzi. Extension 5 igesi ifakwe last year kanti beyisola kumani ukuthi afakwe khani khanyisile akunamanzi asinamanzi Thubeli. Ithubeli siphansi kakhulu. Sicela ukuthi umasipalati njengoba umthetho sivivinyo mina ngiyawuvuma mawuzowenza kahle ngiyanisupporta. And enye into esikhala ngayo kuvulwe itandi zethu soloko zasikwa from last year manje bokunamasimu lapho and manje akukhona ukusikwa because bathi sokunamasimu kunalezi zinto lezi yini ya kukhulile bathi badinga ukuthi umasipalati asize soku still namanje asikasiki akukhona ukusika amapeni akabonakali sicela usizo sicela futhi umasipala asisize ngento yi1.
Thank you ma. Thank you. Hamba ubhalisa lapho. Those that you have not finished there on the mic, you can go there and register them.
Basically, Anna is coming from Thubeli. Thubeli is in Kriel, that's where she is coming from. And the first thing that she is not happy with is that as she is in Thubeli, it's far to go to Witbank. And the taxi fare always increase. So it's not easy for them to pay the taxi fare to Witbank. And the second thing is that their houses right now are built on top of water. So there is water, the houses are leaking. So all these are the problems that they have. They don't have toilets and they don't have water. So they please ask the government to help them with that. Right now, there is an open place that should be used to build the houses, but at the moment, that thing is not working at all. So at the same time, they are also asking government to help with them to build quickly, to quickly make sure that houses are being built in that open place.
Ma'am.
My name is Oma Kosa from Steve Chwete, Ward 11. I agree with the bill, but I want to submit my submission. One, for many years, our people have complained about the quality and standard of house without any help because of the failure of NHRBC, which operates like a cartel. This is mainly the case with the RDP houses that were built by dishonest contractors. We welcome a bill that will protect homeowners from poor quality buildings through the registration of home builders depends on the quality standards of home buildings. While we welcome the strengthening of the home warranty fund, the fund must not only be accessible of the rich building houses in suburbs and estates, but also to all whom are building, including in township and rural areas. We accept that it is difficult to apply the bill to temporary building structures forming part of informal settlement and shock. However, the decision to exclude the application of the bill of structures that do not have their own bathroom or toilet is based on misguided European misconception of what qualifies as a building. People in rural areas build differently to those in the city with land constraints, and therefore they do not always build homes that have attached to them a toilet and bathroom or even a kitchen. Therefore, this exclusion must be removed from the bill. Point 5, for many years, the home building construction sector has been dominated and continues to be dominated.
Thank you very much. You can send the remaining input, you can take it to the table.
Indaba eyinkinga ephakamayo indaba yaleli yezinga lokwakhiwa kwezindlu ukuthi alijabulisi neze liphansi kakhulu. Manje sifisela ukuthi leli zinga lezindlu lithi ukuthuthuka engathi NHRP ayizange iyegculise izifiso zabantu ayazanelisa ngokuphelele. Manje uma lingathuthuka izinga lokwakhiwa kwezindlu izinto zingaba kahle kakhulu. Okwesibili indaba yezimali ukuthi ke le imali okukhulunywa ngazo ezizokhishwa phela azingatholwa abantu abathile abadla izambane likaPondo, alitholwe nayithi esihlala phansi emakhaya. Bese kwesithathu indaba yale mali yezindlu kwakhiwa kwazo asakhi ngendlela efanayo. Thina sakhe emakhaya sikujwayele vele ukuthi indlu yangasese iyaqhela yibi phakathi endlini. Manje indlela esakha ngayo ngisho ingafani. Lo mthetho sivivinyo ke awuzihlanganise nalezi indawo zethu endlela esakha ngazo emakhaya. Ungakhethi izindlu ezithile nokwakhiwa kohlobo oluthile. Kodwa ngale kwalokho umthetho sivivinyo uyamukelwa. Ngoba njengamanje abanye abantu bakithi bahlala emikhukhwini izindawo ekuthiwa izindawo zesikhashana. Nalezo zindawo mazibandakanye ke kulomthetho sivivinyo.
Thank you very much. Another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll come back to you. Please, if you are not being, we're still going to take other hands. There is no need to fight. Yes? Before we we give it to, there is a lot of noise. Please, before we give it to UCC, let's allow Utata to make inputs, you'll follow. Give them the mic.
Ake sinike nangu ubaba enze izethulo ngingamnikeza umpopho.
Sanibonani nonke. Mina igama lami ngu Elias Muloyi. Ngibuya eDuva Park eWard 19. Siyakhe eduze nelokhunje nemine lapha ephethwe uthungela. Manje sinenkinga yezindlu engathi i-environmental risk assessment azange yenziwe kahle masibheka ngokuthi sesivuswe nje mabedubula lapha badubula nasebusuku sicabanga ukuthi mhlambe izamazama yala siyesakhala sihambe kakhulu saya ema-ofisini wakathungela sakhuluma ke na ku-municipality kepha azange sithole usizo. Into bengiyicela ukuthi before bavumela labantu laba bamayinayo babhekelele lezo zinto ezifana ne-environmental risk assessment nokuthi ziyalandelwa. Ngicabanga ukuthi leyo kuhleze ezandleni zama-inspectors of mines. Angazi noma ulokhu nje umthetho sowashintsha. Bengisebenza emayini, bengisebenza nasekhwarini, ngiphethe ikhwari, yazi imithetho yasemayini iqine kakhulu. Kepha laba ngathi baphila kahle nje. Ne-dust yayenziwa. Last time kade kunelokhu nje lapho siye salahlelwa umuntu washona umntwana ngenxa yelokhu nje in combustion konje ibizwa lento. Le dust ke ikhona. So okunye futhi isithulo sesibili engathi le migwaqo le eyakhiwayo lapho kuwakhiwe khona izindlu engathi ayikho up to standard ngokuthi kuvele ifika imvula ikhukhule konke. So bengicabanga ukuthi mhlambe kufanele kube minimum specification ebazoniweza sona. Angazi ke ngokuthi phela imithetho the material oyisebenzisayo lapha ifanele specify way ama-engineer lawa a-designer leyo lokhu nje. Yikho lo-ke nomthetho mina ngiyawamukela. Ngelishwa zange sihlale phansi sikwazi ukuhlala phansi ukuthi siwudingide line by line. Ngidependa nje kule lokho nje le siphiwe yona le summary. Ngiyabonga.
This is just two things that I would like to say right now. Our houses there where I come from are built next to the mine. So you can see that it seems as if there were no inspectors who came first to reassess the area, especially for environment, to see if people can stay next to the mine. Because first of all, there are dust there. There are things that they use to exploit, so we can't sleep even at night because of that. So we therefore, first of all, ask the government to make sure that before they put people to stay, they must send the inspectors to inspect how will that affect the area as well as environment. And secondly, we are not happy with the quality of the roads that are built there, because as soon as it rains, everything it's not longer there. So we kindly ask also the government to help us also make sure that the quality of the road is also up to standard.
Lochani, ojamenga phambili ngifikile wakwaThombeni, ngivela eThembisile. Nginombuzo la. Ngizokuthoma ngokuthi i-bill ngiyayisupport. Nginombuzo la ukuthi i-bill thina esizintandani iyasibonelela na. Ngoba ngikhumbula ngomunye unyaka kungu-2015 weza umeyara endaweni yethu nabanye abasiphetheko wayiphatha indaba yokubana abantwana abasele babodwa noma laba abangaberegiko bazokhona ukubonelelwa ngezindlu abala kunye nama-RDP. So mina ngisehlangothini lalaba abantwana abanganababelethi ekhaya sibelethwa si-6. So garejista ngalelo langa ngachaza ikinga yethu ukuthi sisele sisodwa akekho umuntu oberegako, sichiye nendlu ayikafulelwa, ayinali zintina zijamile zizodwa akuhlaleki ngaphakathi. Ngabhaliswa igama lami ne-stand number ne-ID number. Bathumela abantu beza bathatha inthombe bayizomba indlu bayithuda bathatha ama-number phone basolo bakhambako toti namhlanje ayikho into yenzakileko kithi solo silindile sizamile ukuyilungisa i-2 room ngoba sesibanengi sinabentwana ukuthi sikhona ukuhlala ngaphakathi abanye sebakhambile kose bokuhlala nabogogo ngoba akuhlaleki ngaphakathi ikulu mara ayikafulelwa ayikakhiwa. So bengibuza ukuthi siyakhona ukubonelelwa nathi na lapho. Ngiyathokoza.
My question is that, does this bill include us as orphans? Because there was a time where they came to see our place where we stay right now, and they have registered our name, they took the pictures, they took our contacts, but up to now, nothing has happened. We are still waiting. So now, basically, my question is that, does this bill also covers us as orphans?
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sipombonani from Tembisiliani local municipality at Ward 10. Let me first say I'm in full support of the bill. Yet also my submission is that for mostly rural-based places, I'd recommend that the bill further strengthen its power to say it gives NHBRC a mandatory to say that it should avail itself as a component in all the local municipalities, especially those that are rural placed, because there's a continuous development of people building houses, yet also they are using raw materials that are not regulated by anybody. So it should especially consider that in order to prohibit the fact that if people experience disasters in terms of rainfall and whatsoever towards their property, the municipality will not have any measures to take because a regulatory body or component such as NHBRC would be there to regulate all the proceedings and building and development within rural areas. And also, to conclude, I further submit that the bill should encourage our public citizens in a mere fact that we should use renewable material instead of digging. I mean, we are going to dig up until when Americans are using renewable materials to build their own houses, which could last even the lifespan of approximately 20 to 25 years. I thank you.
Izethulo nje azibekile umfowethu ukuthi le ndaba zokwakha esakha ngazo manje nazo futhi make zibhekwe ukuthi kwakhiwa ngezinto ezinjani ngoba kuyaqhubeka abantu bakha ngezinto abazikhela zona ezihlahleni noma izihlahla ngoyizingodo bavele bakhe izindawo zokuhlala kodwa masinyane makufika inhlekelele lezo zinto ziyawa zishabalale ziphele zingakwazi ukusimamisa imizi yazo abayakhele bese uhulumeni angakwazi ke ukubasiza manje besicela nalokho futhi kubhekwe ukuthi bangasizwa yini abantu bakhe izindlu ezisimeme eziqinile ezikahle ukuze bakwazi ukuhlala kuzona futhi nokubheka izinga lazo ke manje bakwakhiwe phela izindlu ezingahlala isikhathi eside zihlala iminyaka kungabi indlu nje ezohlala iminyaka eyodwa noma emibili bese iwa kanjani.
Ke tla lo dumedisa ka moka na leina la ka ke na France Malega go ya kwa Plotong ke a gopela selo se ke tlo sela mo ke gopela gore le nka mo geleng ka matsogo a mabedi le be le nthietse mo Clarinet ke nna wa mathomo ka go thoma go kgetha go dia mogatlo mogolo ka fatshe ga mohlare mo Clarinet ke nna wa mathomo ke nnoši ka bula mogatlo mogolo ka fatshe ga mohlare thaba tsa go mo ke lo ntshela gana jalo ke na le 22 years ke le moke thaba se se re mo Clarinet ka moka ga bona ga gona no go 22 years ke a gola ka moka ga bona la ga ba ka no emisa batho ga gona no go 22 years ke nna ke le one ka ka bula mokgatlo o mogolo ka fatshe ga mohlare mo go setlwe selo di-RTP ke show house ke nna show house ke le ka mola Alex Mampane ke nna ke diagilego ke re thoma RTP ke mo ke taba sa go ke le mo ke bile ke a leboga ke bona lena ba bagolo ke a tshepega bile ke a ke kae mo go go ntse ka gore ke na le 22 years ka mo ka taba se 3 4 5 6 7 8 ka mo ka until 9 until ka mo ka bona taba se ka mo ka bona ba go janna mo ke leina la Tlanet ba thomile go ka nna gore pleke ke Tlanet ke tole ke ka kuwa ke a khopela taba sa go ke re a ke kae mo go go ntse bana ba ka ga ba kretse ga ba nento le nna ke le mo ke na le poloto se ke rekile go dula batho ba ga masepala kuwa ga go ne se ile gore le gana be le mpona mo go go ntse ga ke ne selo ga ke reng mara ke nna wa mathomo mo ke a go hwela ka taba sa go
yang kuwa papa lo register mo yello ngodisha mola papa.
So the gentleman here says he's got 22 years suffering in this place. He's the first man to be here in Tlanet, and now he's got even a plot, but the municipality or the government doesn't help him. So he urges the committee to help him so much so that he can have means to live with his family.
Thobela, lina la ka ke nna Phosha Mashilwane, ke dula mo Ward 15. Ke kgopelo botsisha sa mathomo ke rata go leboga go tla ga lena mo. Sa mathomo ke rata botsisha gore dintlo tša RDP di kry ke batho ba ba jwang. Just because the last time ke gopola ke ngwadisha ntwa RDP, ke ngwadisha go Irene, nka se tšhabola le leina la gagwe go Irene. A mpotša a re ga se nna le ANC. A ka tshwanelo kry-a ntlo a se nna le ANC. Ke ngwadišitše ntlo ka ya ga masepala ba mpotša ba re ke go database. Since ke leta ba re ba tlo ngfounela ba boa gape ba ngfounela ba re ke tle ga masepala ke tle le ID copy di certificate tša bana ka yo certify ka dira everything. Till now a ka e kry-a RDP gore gore mo go di RDP a kgone go kwešiša or maybe go na le di-favors re direlana di-favor.
Which year have you registered now?
It was 2018.
2018. You
Yes.
have a proof.
Yeah, ke na le proof.
Go there.
My name is Irene. The question I have, which is concerning me, is that what kind of people who are given the RDP houses? Because I've registered for the RDP houses. To date, I haven't found any RDP house.
Can we listen? Can we listen, please? Your voice is above the translator.
I will not be afraid to say that Irene, she's the one who told me that because I'm not an ANC member, therefore I will never receive any RDP house. I went to the municipality offices to check my status. They say I'm in the database, therefore they will check me. Then they checked me, they didn't find me there in that database, only to find that now I'm just remaining with no RDP house. That's why I'm asking myself that, what kind of people who are supposed to receive these RDP houses? Or is there any people who are doing favors to other people?
Sanbonani, Kamalame Ngoprito Wamtembo, Mbuya Evicta Kanye, local municipal, watering. Zokala Ngeyamindaba. Nami ngumuye oku waiting list. The RDP since ngapalisa ngo 2015.
Sorry, ma. Sorry. There is a noise. But the Nakota flame, please lebuleleng hanyan because the hall is too small. Yeah, Ira. Ira lerata. Yes, ma. Proceed.
Ngapalisa ngo 2013. Mangiyo checka bakutshela ukuthi ba offline. Mawubuyela ngelinye ilanga bakutshela ukuthi ufriziwe angazi bakufrize kanjani kwa Department of Housing. Then enye inkinga ebhekene nayo komakhelwane. Ngithi ngiyisupporta parliament le billing 120%. Ngoba izindlu zikrekile. Ezinye zakhele la ekunamanzi khona, kukhona umkhulu uhlala nesizukulu sakhe. Uma bekuthiwa kuyakhonakala nje ukuthi lento engiyishude la ibone wonke umuntu. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi wonke umuntu uzokhala. Owami ugogo sihlala naye endlini ye-RDP uze waya komkhulu. Indlu yakhe alinde ukuthi izolungiswa ama-crack. So ngiyacela kakhulu ukuthi lento yenziwa namhlanje eyicelo zethu ukuthi kumele kuqhubekeke kucheckwe indlela ekwakhiwa ngayo, utrainwe ama-contractors. Ingapheleli la, ulandelelwe ukuthi kuyocheckwa kwamampela ukuthi lento iyayenzeka na. So ngicela ukubonga kuleyo ndawo ngoba ngaze ngiqeda isikhathi ngikhuluma shona ilanga.
In summary, what the lady was saying was that I am one of those who are on the waiting list. I registered in 2013. But every time when I go to check for my status, there is either there are problems because I am told that there are technical problems or either they are offline. What we are requesting support because most of these houses are not, which are built, are not up to standard because most of them are, they have cracks and because most of them are built on dolomitic land. That is why they are not strong. There is this old man who was staying around in our neighborhood. He is in such a situation. I have a photo here, and I believe that if I can show you this photo, I think that you are going to cry because of this situation. Even my grandmom passed away. We were also staying in a similar situation. So my humble plea to this committee is for this committee to look into these challenges because we think that these houses which are built are not up to the required standard. Hence, we are going to request that there be quality control measures so that we have houses that are up to standard. I can go on and on, but because of time, I will just end there. Thank you.
Sanbonani, mphakathi nabahlonishwa. Siyabonga iParliament imali yehlile lize la ebantwini. Mhlambe lokho esizokukhuluma baza kuthathela phezulu kuyenzeka. Kokuqala ngiyayimukela le housing bill. Siyayimukela ngezandla ezihle with open heart. Into engikhala ngayo ngizwile bakhulumile ngezindlu ezikrekile, izindlu ezitshekile, izindlu kufana neyami itshekile. Into engizokhuluma ngayo izindlela. How can you build a house without a road? Because amanzi agcwala la endleleni namanje asikhona ukuhamba, imvula mayina asikhona ukuhamba. And then sinama disabled, hamba ngama crutches, hamba ngama wheelchair, awakhona ukuhamba la endleleni. Siyacela ukuthi nisibonelele kunga develop ama main road. Nala sihlala khona ngaphakathi ingeneni bayenza ama main road ngokuthi kula kuhamba nina abahlonishwa. Maniza niza ngama main road angeni la phakathi nibheke. Ngiyacela ukuthi manje manisuka la nibe nesikhathi ningene la phakathi la nicheke ukuthi kunjani la sihlala khona. Siyabonga.
Thank you. We have so many challenges and we appreciate the Parliament that they have come to ask the people to listen to our complaints and challenges. May I say that I do support the bill and my problem is that we have many challenges as other speakers have alluded to, and most of these challenges are structural challenges. And we request this Parliament or this bill to also make some provision towards that. And what I will also like to emphasize is the roads, for the municipality to build roads in our areas, because we do not have roads which are in a good quality. when it is raining, it is very difficult to move from one place to another. We have disabled people here, people who use crutches to walk around, and when it is raining, it is very difficult for them to move around. We think that the municipalities only build quality when they build main roads. When they get into the townships or the areas where we are residing, they do not build quality roads. They only build quality roads here because they are used by very important people. So I am pleading with this committee to go into our locations or townships to come and inspect the quality of roads where we are staying. Thank you.
Sanbonani, okhulumayo uNelsiwe wakashiba. I'm a community member la Ward 15. Mina engize ngako point number 1 ukuthi ngiyavumelana nomthetho ibill lo eshiwo bese kunalenkinga leyo ukuthi kuthiwa angeke kusatholakala ama RDP kutholakala ama Eastern. So my question ukuthi abantwana bethu esihlala nabo ezindlini sebadala manje ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi kufanele ukuthi sihlale nabanthili babengakanani kulomthetho besicela ukuthi lo mthetho uchintshwe ukuthi nabo bakhona ukwathola because imisebenzi ayikho vele sizohlala nabo ngoba sebadala banabantwana. Point number 2 yilokuthi nakwakhiwa sicela iplan kulezindlu benze iplan ukuthi angeke wakhe indlu kumuntu uhluphekile lo muntu na uqeda ubeka itoilet duze kwekhishi which is mawubhekile kubonakala ngathi vele akusikahle akuhleleki kahle. Sicela ukuthi nabazokwakhe ezinye izindlu itoilet noma ingaba ngaphandle or ishifte kancane duze kwekhishi akusimnandi mhlonishwa. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you. I am from Ward 15. I support the bill. The problem I have is that I have heard that the government is no longer going to provide RDP houses. They are only going to provide a service stand. Now my question is, now that we have adult children, and now that the government has decided that it is not going to provide RDP houses, what is going to happen to these adult children? Because they cannot move out, and then we are many in each household. So I think that we must change that aspect so that it can provide for that situation. And the other thing is that I propose that there must be building plans when building these houses, the RDP houses, because it is not a desirable situation where you have a toilet right next to the kitchen. So I think that they must consider these plans when they build those houses so that the toilet is not too close to the kitchen, or at least it is outside. Other than that, I support this bill.
Sinibingelele uNhlanhla kaNgwenya lo from eKril Khanala eWard 26. Okokuqala engizoqale ngikusho umthetho sivivinyo siyawamkela kakhulu. Kodwa ke nanka ama point esithanda ukwafaka kuona. 1, it's a monitoring man. Siyazi ukuthi sithi sekukhishiwe ukuthi aziyokwenziwa izinto zika government azilandelelwa ngemuva. Masikhuluma ngama RDP houses akuthi makuphuma those tenders kube ne certain percentage ezobanjwa ukuthi kunikwe labantu abanikwe lama tender ukuthi before bayithole abashi guarantee yendlaba ukuthi izoba isikhathi esingakanani or kuzothatha isikhathi esingakanani ukuthi icrack. Sicabanga ukuthi uma kungenzeka ngaleyo ndlela sine sure ukuthi yonke iquality abangayisebenzisa kungayo ukuthi umuntu uzokwazi ukuhlala ngokukhululeka. Okwesibili kuzo zonke ke indawo la kugcina kukhishwa khona itende. Siyacela akungagcini ke amathenda eseculator ebantwini ababodwa. Nalaba abaphansi siyafisa ukuthi angazi ukuthi singawu-amenda kanjani ungene kuwo lo mthetho. Ukuthi mawungena nalaba abaphansi abangakabi nayo i-experience yokuthola amathenda bakhe izindlu. Mabalakelelane nalaba abaphezulu ukuze sonke sizokhombisa ukuthi umuntu ungumuntu ngabantu. Siyokwazi ukudonsana sephambili masenza ngaleyo ndlela. Kepha makuwukuthi sizonika umuntu oyedwa uzogcine nemali eningi sisaba ukumtshela ukuthi lokhu ku right noma lokhu ku wrong. Sizohlala siqhamuka ngaso sonke isikhathi nama complaints ukuthi izindlu zidabukile, izindlu zinama cracks, instead sokuthi lezo mali sicreate amathuba omsebenzi. Siyabulela kakhulu.
I support, first of all, I would like to say that I support the bill, though there are some proposals which I want to propose. I would like to say that the government must be very serious in terms of monitoring and making follow-ups on the project. Like for instance, when they build those RDPs, they must also and make sure that the tenders are not given to the same company, and again that the contractors must be able to give guarantees about the quality of the houses that they build. And another thing is that when there are new developments, the government must not only consider the same contractors, they must at least encourage a means in which those contractors work with other small builders in the community, so that they too can learn. Because if you have only one contractor, the problem is that sometimes they have a lot of work. That is why they do shoddy work. That is why I'm encouraging, or in fact I'm proposing, that this bill make a provision for those contractors to work with other members of the community.
Greetings to the members of the public and also the leadership at the front. Special greetings to Commissar Tafeni. One, for many years, our people have complained about the quality of the standard of houses without any help because of the failure of the NHRBC, which operates like a cartel. This is mainly the case with the RDP houses that were built by dishonest contractors. We welcome a bill that will protect homeowners from poor quality buildings through a registration of home builders dependent on the quality standards of home building. While we welcome the strengthening of the home warranty fund, the fund must not only be accessible to the rich people, to the rich buildings owners, houses in suburbs and estates, but also to all who are building, including in townships and rural areas. We accept that it is difficult to apply the bill to temporary buildings, structures forming part of informal settlement or shacks. However, the decision to exclude the application of the bill to structures that do not have their own bathrooms or toilets is based on misguided European misconception of what qualities as buildings. For many years, the home building construction sector has been dominated and continue to be dominated . Reported on annually. Failure to address clearly how the legislation will ensure that it supports the entrance of black contractors and transform the industry will only serve to create a white-owned industry presented a way to protect.
Thank you. You can submit your paper, your submission.
Ngamafupi umama ube echaza la ukuthi izinga ukusetshenzwa ngalo lapha kwa NHRB kusho ukuthi kufanele libukisiswe ngoba kahle kahle benzele ukuthi ke kuvikeleke labo ke amakhasimende esezindlu manje okunye futhi ngalesi sikhwama esibizwa ukuthi i-warranty fund kufanele ukuthi sibandakanye wonke umuntu kungabhekwa kuphela amakontraka amakhulu kodwa kubandakanye futhi nalawo laba basafufusa kufanele futhi ukuthi sibhekelele lezo zakhiwo ukuthi zisezingeni elifanele ngoba esikhathini esiningi kubonakala ngathi ke akukho abantu abahamba bazohlola uma kwenziwa lezi zakhiwo ingakho ngicela nje ukuthi kufanele ukuthi ke sihlolisise kahle ukuya ngamazinga afanele Ganti okunye ukuthi kufanele ukuthi kube khona imibiko ebakhona maqondana ke nokuzibandakanya noma nokuhambelana nalawo mazinga wokwakhiwa ukuze lezo zakhiwa kube izakhiwo eziphephile.
Sanibonani. Igama lami Agnes, ngibuya eWard 30 ePhola eOffice. Isikhalo sami engisilethile ukuthi umasipala uyasifeyila ngoba izimine sisurroundwe izimine ePhola. Izindlu ziyacracker, izindlu ziyadilika. Last 2020 imine yaplaster kwawa ceiling ngisho kami angikhulumela omunye umuntu. So masihamba siyo reporta imine ithi ayikho nendle eyi-1 affected leyo mine leyo. So i-question yami ngababuza ukuthi bekumele kufe umuntu ukuze nizobona. So azange balandelele even ekhaya la ngizalwa khona. Umama wami naye waze washona aloka reporta indlu icrackile. Izindlu eziningi zicrackile ePhola, izindlu ziyadilika ngoba angazi ukuthi kwenzakala kanjani ukuthi izimayini abantu imitha ukuthi ungahlala duze nemine. Every day ziyaplaster. Ma ureporta bakutshela ukuthi ayisiba baplastile, ubhala isikhathi, ubhala nokuthi baplaste nini, but bayaphika abakhona ukusenzela. Okunye ukuthi umasipala angakha njani izindlu la kukhona khona amanzi. La mina engihlala khona ngathola bekuyi-RDP ngakha kuleyo ndawo leyo kodwa bengingazi ukuthi kunamanzi. Njengoba kuzoba ihlobo, ijaridi lonke ligcwala amanzi, asikhona ukuphuma. Ngaze ngazama ngafaka ipaving, but umehluka ukho ngoba uma kumnandi manje ebusika, but ehlobo akuhambeki akuhlaleki. Abantwana bahlala bagula emkhuhlane. So izindlu zasePhola the most eBhodli la ngihlala khona kunamanzi, eDark City kunamanzi. Umasipala wakhile lapho ama-RDP. Enye futhi engifuna ukuyazi ukuthi ama-RDP athola abantu abasebenzayo abapermanent ezimine na ngoba the most abantu abahlala lapho abantu abasebenzayo abakhonayo. Bese laba abadingayo abangakhona uzenzela abakhona uthola ama-RDP. So sicela ukuthi iParliament isukumele nayo lento leyo. Or yilabo bantu abakhonayo abane communication ukuthi bakhona ukuthola izindlu. Asazi ngoba sihlala nabantwana ezindlini asisebenzi, but thina siyakhona ukuthi sikhona ukuzenzela. Lo ongakhona ukuzenzela yena ke iParliament ithini ngayo?
My challenge is that there where we are staying in Phola, we are failed by our municipality because they build houses in a dolomitic area, and these houses they crack, and also we are next to the mines. And I don't know how they allowed it that you build a house just a meter from the mines because they are always blasting there, and which causes cracks on our structures. And when we go and complain, the mining companies do not agree to take liability. Even if you write down the details like the time when they have made those blasts and all the damage, the structural damage which has occurred, they do not agree to take liability. So I'm pleading with this parliamentary committee to consider that, because in summer it is very difficult to go due to the fact that they have built our houses in a dolomitic area, and there's a lot of water coming from underground, and that is the challenge that we have. And the other thing is that I want to know what is the criteria to give people RDP houses, because there in Phola Park, the municipality has built houses, but the people who are staying there, most of them are working. And we, the people who are not working, are not provided for. So I want to know, how does the government assist those people who are working, and we who are not working, who are unemployed, cannot be assisted? Or is it because maybe they have networks or they have contacts in the government and they can talk for themselves? That is why they benefit.
Another 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sukuma, sukuma baba. Sukuma. Masenje, those that wants to complain about houses, go and register there. Here we want those that are talking about the bill. Siyavan. Those that, this is a public hearing on the bill. I'm saying those that wants to complain about, because it's already 12:30, at some point we are going to stop the meeting. And some of you, you do not register. We are encouraging you. Those that wants to, I've got a problem with my house, it's cracked and blah, blah, go and register there before they close. Because if you queue here, at some point, we're going to close and then you're going to be left out. Those that have that problems, they should go and register there. And those that wants to speak about the bill, we give them opportunity to speak about the bill here. Number one.
Usihlalo ube sanda kucacisa ukuthi sicela labo abanezikhalazo ngendaba yezindlu ukuthi ziyabhidlika nokuthi ziba nama crack ukuthi bayeze la etafuleni bazobhalisa ngendaba yesikhathi ngoba khona manje besicela nje ukuthi sikhulume ngalomthetho sivivinywa labo abathanda ukuthi benze izethulo yiba abangahlala lapho phansi kodwa uma unesikhalazo uze la etafuleni uzobhalisa khona uthule isethulo sakho.
Ngiyabingelela phakathi yaba
Your name, don't forget to raise your name and whether you are supporting the bill or you reject the bill.
ngiyayisupport ibill. Igama lami ngusibongile Mutawu, ngibuya eWard 26 eKril. Engizokhuluma ngako la abaningi sabakhulumile kodwa ngizokuphinda lokho sabakhulumile. Mina ngifisa ukukhuluma ngako la ngifisa ukukhuluma ngebill i-normal bill ezindlini esihlala kuzo. I-bill sibhilwa i-normal bill uma umuntu uhola i-pension uzobhilwa imali engaphezulu kokuthi uyenza ukubhalisa i-subsidy, i-subsidy awuyitholi awakhelwanga indlu ohlala kuyo ayina evening egiza kodwa uzithola ukweleda boma 6-7,000 ungazi ukuthi leyo bill ubhilwe kanjani. So besicela ukuthi iParliament ingenelele kulezi zinto lezi ezinjalo kulama normal billing ngoba thina sihola ipension imali ezinkulu asizokubhadala imali enkulu asinayo. Ngeke ngikwazi ukurenta u-1,000 ngirentele umkhukhu engihlala kuwo ngoba kunogesi kodwa ngiyacela iParliament mayingenelele lapho ukuthi sincede singabogogo thina singasakhoni ukubhadala siyayenza ama subsidy but asiwatholi. Okunye ngifisa ukukhuluma ukuthi
mama sithe if ama bills if we want people who are talking about the bill
or the bill
this bill that
okay ngiyabonga ke ngisupport ibill ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Greetings to the table and everyone in the house. For many years, the home building construction sector has been dominated and continues to be dominated by few whites. Together with NHRBC, the registration requires appear fair, but practically,
Aslalelaneng tu. Artilejaneng.
but the practical implication of the stringman requirements may be used to exclude instruct building home builders, who are mostly backup contractors. The use of the surplus of the home warranty fund to finance transformation measures in the industry must be clearly specific that some of the funds will be used to assist black entrants with a registration, and this must be reported annually. Number 6, failure to address clearly how the legislation will ensure that it supports the entrance of black contractors and transform the industry will only serve to create white-owned industry presented as the way to protect homeowners. We also ask the government, when they build the RDPs, they must not give us the small yards, at least because those who are having yards are those who are at the corners. But those who are inside, their yards are very little. As a result, neighbors are fighting each other each and every day. So we appeal to the government, please do that as soon as possible. Thank you.
Ngamafupi lokho bekakhuluma ukuthi eminyakeni eminingi abantu babekhalaza ngamazinga wokwakhiwa kwalezi zindlu, kodwa ke uNHRBC yena wayehluleka ngoba ke wayesebenza ngendlela enganabo ubuqotho. Manje ke njengoba khona manje sokwakhiwa nezindlu ze-RDP sokuqashwa osokontilaka nabo abangekho qotho. Ingakho ke thina samukela lo mthetho sivivinywa ngoba uzovikela abanini bezindlu, abanikazi bezindlu kulezo zakhiwo ezingafinyeleli ezingeni. Ingakho kufanele ukuthi ke labo abakha izindlu babhaliswe kulomkhandlu ukuze bakwazi ukuthi bakhe izindlu ezisezingeni elifanele. Kanti okunye akukhulumile uMakasekazi uPhothula lapho ukuthi ukuhluleka ukubhekelela zonke lezi zinto kulomthetho kuzenza ukuthi kungabandakanywa osokontilaka ababantu abansundu. Kanti ke kufanele ukuthi le mthetho ke iqinisekise ukuthi ke abantu abansundu nabo bakwazi ukuthi bahlomula kulokhu, nokuthi ke kuhlelwe kabusha lemboni yezokwakha, nokuthi kubhekelelwe ukuthi kuvikeleka kuvikeleke labo abathenga izindlu.
Thobela wabulela mo ku Victor Madikana utswa mo coronation bill re accept but re na le question mo gore ne se chairperson mo ke feel ka re wa re gatella so ganyane because re ne dillo tše ntšintši tše re langa tsona ese ba dula ba mmalahleng mola coronation mola re dulang go as we speak now batho ba dula ka re ga metsi as we speak now batho ba ka re ga dipoboso no be re gopela ka go dula le gore re bolela ka bill re fe motho o mo right gore tlo bolelang le ena ka tabatse because our municipality are fail no ba bolela ka coordination is lo shift but about coordination re kwata ba tsa coordination in the radios Koko's FM to FM but na re ditse mo no ba le tšia ba le traisha ka clarinet aba le tsenye mo last be go ne mamoloko kubai ba mo tsere ba mo isa Sangqopo ba bolela ka issues tsa coordination in Sangqopo be re gopela mete ko kolo re ko ene wa human settlement be re gopela gore re tswa mo at least re fe contact re go sendele di picture le yo tšeka mo tse re phelang ka tsona mo ya lebo
Tšhelete baba. That's why kire wa bona batho bale ke staff sa parliament. You go there and register those issues. Parliament is going to look on all those issues and call the MEC for housing. We're not building housing. We make the MEC account. Rukobija MEC ata araba dipuchisho chewa na udipuchisha on your behalf. That's why those that have issues, they must go and register there. I'm not oppressing anybody.
be ke nyaka re lo nong kwa kere
So the chairperson is urging that we must remember that with the problems that we have pertaining our houses, there's a platform here in this table where we can go and register to them our problems. But here, in this platform, it's dealt with the matters pertaining only the bill. not the problems that we are faced. So please, may we concentrate on talking to the bill, whether we approve the bill or we are not, we are against the bill.
Thank you so much. Greetings to everybody. My name is Tabiso Tlas Matlango from the Zunza Royal.
Vulela mic Papa.
My name is Tabiso Tlas Matlango from Zunza Sompalal Royal Family, a councillor in Tembisile municipality under EFF. Here it's my submission. Number one, for many years our people have complained about the quality and standard of houses without any help because of the failure of HRBRC, which operates like a cartel. This is mainly the case with the RDP houses that were built by dishonest contractors. 2, we welcome a bill that will protect homeowners from poor quality buildings through the registration of home builders dependence on the quality standards of home building. Number 3, while we welcome the strengthening of the home warrant fund, the fund must not only be accessible to the rich building houses in suburbs and in states, but also to all who are building, including in townships and rural areas. Number 4, we accept that it is difficult to apply the bill to temporary building structures forming part of informal settlement and shacks. 4A, however, the decision to exclude the application of the bill to structures that do not have their own bathroom or toilet in base or misguided European misconceptions of what qualifies as a building. 4B, people in rural areas build differently to those in the city with land constraint, and therefore they do not always build homes that have attached to them in a toilet and bathroom or even a kitchen. Therefore, this exclusion must be removed for the bill. 5, second last. For many years, the home building construction sector has been dominated and continues to be dominated by a few whites together with NHRBC. The registration requirements appear fair, but the practical implication of the stringent requirements may be used to exclude extant homes builders, who are mostly backup contractors. The use of the surplus of the home warranty fund to finance transformation measures in the industry must clearly specify that some of the funds will be used to assist black entrants with registration, and this must be reported on annually. Last one, number 6. Failure to address clearly how the legislation will ensure that it supports the entrance of black contractors and transform the industry will only serve to create a white-owned industry presented as a way to protect homeowners. I submit.
Thank you.
Sekuyiminyaka eminingi abantu bakithi belokhu bekhononda bekhala ngezinga lokwakhiwa kwezindlu futhi bengalitholi usizo ngisho naku NHRBC okuyiyona ekhona njengamanje, futhi kubonakala sengathi izindlu eziningi ze-RDP ezakhiwayo zakhiwa osonkontileka abangathembekile neze. Yizeke siwamukela lo mthetho sivivinyo ukuthi usebenze usize abantu abampofu nabahluphekile, kodwa ngesikhathi esifanayo ngisho siwamukela sifisa ukuthi kuqiniswe ukusebenza kwalesi sikhwama esibizwa ukuthi i-home warrant, futhi lesi sikhwama kufanele sitholakale kubo bonke abantu, singakhethi omntaka sibanibani kuphela, kodwa singene nakithi, singagcini le emadolobheni kuphela, kodwa kufanele size nakithi emalokishini kanye naseyindaweni zasemakhaya lapho sihlala khona. Nakuba sikwamukela futhi lo mthetho sisekelo, lo mthetho sivivinyo siwamukela ukuthi usebenze, kodwa siyaqonda ukuthi ezinye zeindawo zethu esihlala kuzona zakhiwa abantu abahlala ezindaweni abazakhele zona izakhiwo zabo noma bahlala emkhukhwini. Manje uma lo mthetho sivivinyo njengoba ungazange uzihlanganise lezo indawo ezinjalo la uthola ukuthi umuzi nendlu yangasese zihlukena zikho endaweni eyodwa, kubonakala sengathi uqondiswa kakhulu ingapha abavela ngapha eMpumalanga okuyibona basichazela ukuthi kuze kuthiwa indlu yase ikahle uhlobo oluthile lwendlu. ngakho ke manje ngisho siusekela ke lo mthetho sivivinyo siyacela kodwa ukuthi leso sigatshana nje esikhiphela ngaphandle indlela thina esakha ngazo emakhaya sikhishwe kulo mthetho sivivinyo singasebenzi. Kanti ke uma esephetha ubonisile futhi ukuthi ukuhluleka okukhulu okwenzekayo kwisishayamthetho ukunamathela kule mthetho esiyethuliwe lapha kwenza ukuthi ke izimboni eziningi zibuswe idlanzana labamhlophe kube kuyilapha abantu abaningi abangabanikazi bemizi bengatholi izinzuzo nokuzuza kulokho abasuke bekwakhile.
Okay, thank you. Igama lami Cyril Shabalala. I'm from Tembisile Municipality. Sithele public hearing angithi. So sicela nisilalele ningasigijimisi. Sifuna ukukhuluma kahle angithi. Because number one, nani nama mistake wenu, nathi sinama mistake wethu. Enye yama mistake wenu ukuthi isummary le yebill angithi. Angasinikanga the whole bill. We only have the summary of the bill and we want to participate on the bill through the very same summary. So give us a chance, listen to us and
you
we'll
have 3
continue.
minutes only, Bab. You have 3 minutes only.
So must I talk or I must not
No,
talk?
talk. You have 3 minutes to talk. Talk.
But you are intervening with my 3 minutes and you have
No,
already
no,
taken
no.
30 seconds.
No.
Thank you. So I'm requesting that let the continuation on the teaching about the bill continues on all platforms, on media platforms and every platforms. The continuation on teaching about the bill. So we also request that let us check the enforcement part of the regulations that are stipulated on the bill. I see there are regulations, but we also need to check the enforcement of the regulations of the bill. Number 3, recommending based on summary also, it's limiting us from giving fruitful inputs. So I request the format or the template of the change of ownership from the communal land. They must also be established and be part of the bill, or the public be taught about the contractual conditions on purchases and change of ownership. It must be part of the bill, it must assist us. The bill must assist us on that area. Also, can I have an explanation on the chapter 6? I'm trying to study chapter 6. I'm trying to read chapter 6 that speak about the prohibition of what. So can I be assisted on chapter 6? The space or the site. How much I read? Wala kwakhiwa khona lezi ndle esikhuluma ngazo la. I request iParliament ike ibuyekeze indlela or indaba ye space la kwakhiwa khona izindlu, especially RDP houses, azikhulumi to what we voted for prior 1994, if we check the space. So let also be transparent on the building of the RDP and PHP houses. Let people have the advantage of knowing how much has been used to build their houses, and also let them have input on certain features of the RDP houses or PHP houses that are being built from the government. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Kafushani nje njengoba size lapha okwamanje siyakhumbula ukuthi simane nje sanikezwa amazwibela alomthetho sivivinyo asinikezwanga konke ebokufanele sinikezwe khona. Ngakho siyacela ukuthi uma sikhuluma sinikezwe ithuba elanele phela lokukhuluma, singavinjwa singakaqedi ngoba sinikezwe nje amazwibela awo, futhi kuthiwe lena imbizo yomphakathi. Ngakho ke asivunyelwe ke sikhulume. Kodwa nakho ke okucelwayo ke ukuthi ke le ndaba okuxoxwa ngayo lapha phela mayithi mayidlulisele emphakathini kusetshenziswe izinkundla zokuxhumana eziningi ezikhona manje. Kungasetshenziswa uhlobo olulodwa, ziningi inkundla zokuxhumana okufanele zisetshenziswe ukuze zifinyelele abantu abaningi abazidingayo. Bese okwesibili, lo mthetho sivivinyo mangagcina ngokukhulunywa ngawo lapha, makubhekwe ke phela ukuthi bakhona yini ke abawenzayo, kulandelelwe ukuthi sekuyenziwa ke manje lokhu okukulomthetho sivivinyo okukhulunywe ngawo. Bese kuba nohlaka noma itemplate engasiza manje ngosibonelo uma kushintshwa ubunikazi bendawo, buya komunye umuntu akusetshenziswe kulomthetho sivivinyo makufakwe nalolo hlaka lapha oluzosiza manje ukuthi uma kwenziwa ukushintsha kwezindawo kwaziwe ukuthi kuhamba kusetshenziswa luphi uhlaka olufanayo noma itemplate ngokolimi lwesingisi. Uceliwe futhi ukuthi ake kubhekwe nendawo esetshenziswayo. If we are given a yard, that yard should be reviewed and see if that yard is enough to accommodate that family. So that's another point that was also mentioned.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke abahlala ngaphambili. Siyabonga kakhulu kwakhona kwenu lana ukuzosilalela izinto zethu esidingayo. Okokuqala nje number 1, sine problem nguRose mina wakamasilela eWard 25 eKrili. Sine problem yomgwaqo. Umgwaqo wethu mawakhiwa awakhiwa kuthiwa uyalungiswa uyapheshwa. Ene uma upheshiwe umgwaqo uma uhamba kiwo ufana nokuthi unama humps lomgwaqo izimoto ziyalimala ama accident ayafoundeka ngendaba yomgwaqo wethu ungabi right kwawo. So besithanda kakhulu ukuthi ngathi ningasiza ukuthi mangabe kulungisa umgwaqo kuthathwe abantu ebebawulungisa kuqala umgwaqo bakwazi ukulungisa ube ngendlela eright bangawupheshi bawucale phansi bawulungise bangawupheshi. Sinezinkinga, that's why kuba nama accident amaningi.
Thank you, ma.
Siyabonga.
Next.
We have a problem, that's just one problem that we have. It's regarding our road. So our road has a lot of potholes on them. So that resulted to many accidents. So my plea is that if there is a need to fix the road, please remove everything and start afresh again and build a new road.
Sanbonani, Kamalami umasugo etelmas, tasekaya o Petros masugo. Injongo yami ukuthi basakhela izindlu edelmas laba bokuqala basakhela ama RDP. Zange bazakha ngendlela efanele. Zange bazenzele ifoundation. Imvula meyina amanzi angena ngaphansi ezindlini silale emanzini. Number 2, abantwana bethu kudala babhalisa izindlu. Still namanje sisahlala nabo ezindlini. Akunamphumela, akunanto enzekalayo. Abanye abantu ababuye kwamanye ama country bathola izindlu ngaphambi kwabantwana bethu. Abantwana bethu abanazindlu. Zihlala abanye abantu ababuya ngaphandle. Angazi ke ukuthi sengathi ngasinceda net lapho nje naku lento lisihlalise kahle. Nina bakhulu. Number 3, kwezinye izinto siyazireport kumasipala wethu. Azilungi. Singenelwa mamanzi, amaforo angolile, abakhulumaki bamasipala. Ngiyabonga.
Just only 3 things that I'm not happy with it, and I would like you, government, to listen to us and help us. First of all, it's the RDP houses that we have, and always when it's raining, there are leaks. So you can see that the standard that was used to build them was not the high standard. So first of all, please try to address the matter of the quality of our RDP house. Secondly, now we have children. We are still staying with our children now, but these children have registered for RDP houses long time ago. And those houses now are occupied by foreign people who come here, but our children, they don't have houses. So please try to address that one also. And we also reported this matter, but up to so far, we haven't received any reply.
Angibingelele abahlonishwa bonke. Igama la uMichael wakaPetla. Ngisho ukuthi ngiyavuma ukuthi lo mthetho ube khona. Siyawusupporta. Kodwa kunezinye izinto esifanele ukuthi sibhekane nazo. Sengathi la sizwile abantu abaningi bacomplaina ngeNBHRC sengathi ayenza umsebenzi wayo ngendlela efanele. Into si observile manje ukuthi sengathi abantu bakhelwa abantu basestradini bakhelwa ngcono kunabantu bakhelwa ama-RDP ngabantu ba-registerile. So sinenkinga yalokho ukuthi i-NBHRC kumele imonitor mhlambe size nohlelo olungenza ukuthi impela i-NBHRC yenze umsebenzi wayo ngendlela efanele. 2, kune ndawa sithi mhlambe ningayifaka la engathi abantu abaningi bakhala ngayo. Uma uwakhelwe indlu uthenge indlu, sicela ukuthi i-assessment rate yakho ingachintshi uma so extend, ngoba amandla woku extenda wakho kungayi-extendwa kuthiwa kuya reassesswa ukuthi wena indlu so extendile manje ufanele ubhatale ama-rates aphezulu. Ihlale njalo ngoba ijarida awulitshintshanga, amandla okwakha wakho. So sicela ukuthi mhlambe ni-include leyo ukuthi ama-assessment rates must stay as they are. 3, sicela ukuthi kuyenziwe izinto ngendlela elula ngokuthi uma kunabantu endaweni bakhona ukuthi bangenelele uma izinto zingahambi kahle, bakhona ukuthi labantu bazithawupe. Maybe the bill must allow that to happen because there are people that are intellectuals ezindaweni abafisa ukuthi bangasiza umasipala but bafisa izindawo no government but ngathi ibill abazivumeli ukuthi benze njalo. Sicela ukuthi at least ibill i-cater for lokho ukuthi abantu abakhona abama-experts uma bathi sicela ukuthi sisebenze nani sinibonise bakhona ukufakwa endaweni bakhona ukusiza because siyabona ukuthi abantu abaningi umasipala eziqinisweni bayahluleka ku-government abaningi bayahluleka but they don't want to accept ukuthi bayahluleka. Siyabonga.
There are only 3 that Mr. Mike would like to say. First of all is that they accept or support the bill as we have right now, but it has been clear that NHBRC has failed up to so far, as we have heard many people complain about it. But now, it seems as if people who are homeless, they live much better compared to the people who own RDP houses. So that's the first thing. And the second thing now, it could be that let the government come up with another new program because NHBRC really is not able to manage. So if it can come up with a new program that can help and facilitate this program that we are talking about. And the second point that he mentioned is that if there is an extension, there should be no any reassessment if you extend your house because it's on your power. You are still in the same yard. So why now there's a new change that you have to pay more just because you extend your house? So that, he said, should not change even when you extend your own house. And lastly, the third point that he mentioned, let the municipal workers or the municipal accept if there are people in the area who are intellectuals who are willing to assist in the program, let them allow those people to come and assist them. But it seems as if at the moment the bill does not allow those people to come in and assist. So that's the last point he mentioned that should also be included in this discussion.
Lochan, Lokulma Labango Hill Wendala, a registered member of NHBRC, a developer. Ngibuyanga phasi kweThembisile yani local municipality. Ngibereke around bo Dr. James Moroka neThembisile. Ngibe ngicabanga ukuthi le bill ngiyayisupporta. Ukuyisupporta kwami ukuthi sikhuluma ngeConsumer Protection Act. Sikhuluma ngabathengi. Engikubonileko njenge-developer ngithola ukuthi inkinga esinayo kulento ngifuna ukuthi nifake ku 3.2. Ngibona ngathi SARS angayifaki lapha ukuthi ni consultile okanye ne-masters of the High Court ngibona ngathi laphana i-contact ayikho la ne-Labor Department ayikho la. Ngoba inkinga esihlangabezana nayo ukuthi uma uthi uvikela umthengi at the end of the day thina registered ku-NHBRC sithola le system sometimes yasiphanisha. Ngoba sifike kwezinye izindawo thola ukuthi kunama-contractor are not registered, even Labor Department they are not registered. Akuna notification of site, senza competition nabantu abangase registered. Manje besithi le bill isincede ukuthi le consumer lo mthengi avikeleke akhona ukuthola i-contract registered nabasebenzi abasebenza lapho ngoba basebenza ngemali yakhe ivikeleke. Even SARS ngoba at the end of the day after 2 months kufanele uvale incwadi zakho zeku-SARS kubonakala ukuthi imali yakho beyisebenzana lo muntu umncede kuphi. Manje inkinga esinayo ileyo ukuthi even nalento ama-land invention nayo iyasilimaza ngoba bantu bangena endaweni ezingaka-rezonwa kahle. At the end of the day the partner or the owner uma ihamba emhlabeni yakhelwe usokontrakt ungase-registered. Uma ku-masters of the High Court bafuna the veil of the property and only the property ayina file kwamasipala. Sometimes the property befanele worth 600,000 but at the end of the day kosa bayithengise nge-200,000. It means labantwana bakho bashile bobasebenzela amanga especially sokuthi bekufanele bathole 600,000. Or it's either the two party uma bane in community of property uthola ukuthi if ba divorce sometimes the property bayakhile azange ba comply, the property bekufanele worth 800,000 but ngoba azange ba comply at the end of the day the property naya a court bafuna the value of the property ukuthi bakhona ukushare uthola the property is 200,000. The same person lo thena ufuna ama contract achiphile uyacomplain manje. Hayi property yami indlu engaka mina ngeke indlu yabe ithengiswe nge-200,000. No azange ucomply. Ayina file kwamasipala akalama inspector attendile. Uyabona manje indaba. So ke sicela le bill ibopheke Labor Department ingene notification of site zonke izinto SARS but ngizocela MEC ozongena la man kule last chapter la ikhuluma khona ngamakhoyisana no 6.4 ngathi yangishiya ngizwisisi kahle or ikhuluma ngama-traditional leaders ukuthi agange asike intanda ezindlu kungacomply understand mara ngicela ukuthi angifake ku-picture ngimzwe kahle. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much.
I'm the developer, so I work with houses and I'm also registered. But now, as I was going through this bill, I would like to propose that this bill, please let it include also the consumer protection, as well as the master of court, Labor Department, as well as SARS, because all these stakeholders are needed in order to make things much easier for you. Otherwise, this bill will not be able to protect the consumers, because you find that the consumers will hire someone as a contractor and he is not registered. And at the end, when that person dies, what will happen to the property? When they want to get the value of the property from the municipality will say the contractor was not registered. So the value, the real value of the land, of the property, it might be 800,000. But since now the contractor was not registered, only to find that that area should be sold only for 200,000. Same thing applies when people are married in community of property. When one dies or decide to separate ways, but now the property that they had at that time was not also built by the contractor who is registered at the same time. So that also causes a lot of problems when it comes to selling those property. So if this bill wants
Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. 9. So we are done. Angithi, we've closed our list. All of you are happy. Number 1.
Greetings to the Parliament. Greetings to our community members. My name is Ntombi Mita Motaung from Tembisilehan. I would prefer to submit in writing. Any further inquiry? My details are there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my dear. Progressive.
Greetings, everyone, and the member of parliament, and commissar also. My name is Sweetness Rampisa from Tembisilehan, Ward 24. I also want to submit my report.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, Baba.
Revolutionary greetings. My name is Abraham Clancy Tole from Tembisilehan, Ward 17. I would like to submit in writing. Thank you.
Very much.
Sure. Ngakulu. Greetings to everybody. I am Joseph Piteng.
Can we listen to one another, please?
Yes, I support the bill because it will help homeowners to have quality ownership of their homes. But my concern is the environment that we are in currently. I do not know how far the bill covers the environment. We in Wheatbank, for example, we are in the mining areas. Most of us are covered with mines. Now, in the area where I am, we are very in the close proximity with the mining operations. Now, what is happening now is the value of our houses is being affected. Our houses are cracking as we speak. We are faced with power outages. If there are explosives that are being applied, we lose current, we lose power, and we stay home without electricity for extended time. Another issue is our storage system is affected because of the area that we are in. The more the explosives are being applied, the pipes are also moving. So the infrastructure is getting affected as well. Our children are getting sick because of the environment. We ourselves are getting sick, sinuses, TB, and all those things. Now, I don't know how the bill is supporting that or is going to help us with that, but ultimately, we need a way to control this. Currently, the challenge that we are facing is the telecommunications. The signal that is being transferred from town to our locality, like I'm in Klua, is being disturbed by the mining dumps. So the quality of the signal in the area I'm in is very poor. At times when you make calls, you get cut off. Sometimes you don't even have data connection at all because of the telecommunication infrastructure is impeded by the mining dumps that are there. So the environment is affecting the value and the quality of our homes. Can that be also be included? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Baba.
Mina ngiyawusekela lo mthetho sivivinywa ngoba uzoqinisekisa ukuthi abantu baba nezindlu ezisezingeni elifanele. Kodwa bekithanda nje ukuthi ke ngiphawule ngokuthi kubhekelelwe indawo ikakhulukazi njengoba sazi ukuthi la eWheatbank eMalahleni indawo yezimayini sisondelene kakhulu nezimayini. Kanti ke lokho kuba nomthelela omubi kakhulu ngoba uma besebenzisa iziqhushumbisi ziba nomthelela ukuthi izindlu ziyakreka futhi ngesinye isikhathi nogesi uyathinteka lapho. Ngendaba ukuthi uthola ukuthi asanawo ugesi ngendaba yokusebenza kwalezi zimayini ngoba sondelene nazo kakhulu. Kanti futhi ziba nomthelela omubi kunqalasizinda la sihlala khona, ingakho sithola ukuthi ama-storage ngesinye isikhathi uthola ukuthi ayavuza kungendaba yalokho. Kanti ke esikhathini esiningi uthola ukuthi sesiyagula nje nathi nezingane zethu ziyagula. Konke lokho ke kusibangela ukugula. Bengicela nje ukuthi lo mthetho sivivinywa ubonelele lezo zinkinga ezikhona. Kanti okunye futhi ukuthi siba nenkinga lama siza kwezokuxhumana ngoba ngendaba ya lezimayini ezikhona la ngiyacabanga ukuthi ke ziba nomthelela ongemuhle kwi-signal ngoba asikwazi ukuthi sithole i-signal ngesinye isikhathi uma usha ucingo uvele unqamuke ngendaba yalokho. Kanti nedata nayo ukwazi ukuthi asikwazi nje ukuthi sixhumane ingakho ke sithi siyacela nje ukuthi sengathi ke konke zonke lezi zinkinga ezikhona zingabandakanywa kulomthetho zikwazi ukuthi zibhekelele.
Thank you very much. Utata was the one that has made input on environment. Can you go to the, I'm not sure whether were you able to capture it correctly or you can go there and, fine, are you right? Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Sanibona. Njani kama ngusipho kamkhuluma ngibuya eForceman sinqobile Ward 9. Mina kahle kahle ngiconfused ukuthi ngihambelane nayo ibill okanye ngihambelane nayo. Ngizosho ngoba thina esinqobile siyayibhadala igesi siyabhadala amanzi but into engishayayo i1 la ukuthi no nina maniqeda ukwesakhela lemizi niyake nibuye nizochecka ukuthi izinto zihamba kahle na because of mina I'm definitely sure ukuthi eForceman i90% abantu bayabhadala igesi but nina niyake nibuye nizochecka ukuthi lemizi isame kahle na amasuwa ame kahle na yonke lento isame kahle na. Ngiyabonga.
Baba.
I am confused. I'm not sure whether to support this bill or not. We there at Sinqobile, we do pay for our municipal services, but sometimes we do not we are not provided with the service. And my worry is that after these houses are built, there is no mechanism to come and monitor as to whether everything is in order. I know that 90% of us at Sinqobile, we do pay our municipal services, but if you look at these problems which we have raised, which impact on our infrastructure as well. So those are the points that I wanted to raise. Thank you.
Sanbanani, igama Sharon Wagandlovu, nivela ku Steve Chwete municipality, Ward 19, ni Ward committee khona. Ngithanda ukubonga ukuthi ibill number 1 ngiyayisupporta kakhulu nama izinto zakhona konke lokubhalwe lana kuhle kakhulu netinto engikhala ngayo ukuthi esikhathini esiningi sibonile izinto eziningi ezivela ku government ukuthi zinhle kodwa i-implementation ayivami ukuthi ihambe kahle. So okokuqala bengicela ukuthi sizame ukuthi zonke lezi zinto ezikhona sizi-implemente. Bese ngizwe abantu abaningi labakhala ngendaba yokuthi equality yezindlu ayisi right. So mina into engicelayo ukuthi ngibonile ukuthi thina masakha izindlu lena emakhaya Inspectors used to come, uceda ukwenza i-foundation, an inspector would come, azo inspector ukuthi i-foundation sehamba kanjani. Kodwa ngiyacabanga ukuthi uma ngabe bekwenzeka nako la kulezindlu lezi ama-RDP ezakhiwayo, le nkinga lena bengeke ibe khona. So siyacela ukuthi ama-inspectors mawabe visible ngaso sonke isikhathi uma kwakhiwa lezindlu lezi, in order that izindlu zizoba equality ekahle. Ngiyabonga.
I support this bill, but the challenges we have is that though we have, the government has policies in place, but the problem is with implementation. So I would like to encourage the government to look into that aspect of implementation. The other point is that the lack of monitoring is the one that leads to this situation where you have houses which are substandard. I remember there where I come from, when they build, inspectors will come and inspect the building from foundation phase. But now, when they build these RDPs, we don't see those inspectors coming to monitor. Hence, I am encouraging, I'm pleading with the government to look into this aspect so that we can have inspectors who can come and inspect so that we can have better quality structures.
Thank you, Chairperson. Greetings to MPs there, special greetings to Commissar Nolu Luo, Chafeni in absentia. My name is Lucas Simpila. I'm from Dr. J.S. Moroka local municipality. Members of the media as well, greetings to you. My submission goes as follows. Public hearing submission, Housing Consumer Protection Bill. For many years, our people have complained about the quality and standard of houses without any help because of the failure of the registration council, which operates like a cartel. This is mainly the case with the RDP houses that were built by dishonest contractors. We welcome the bill, yes, but that will protect homeowners from poor quality buildings from the registration of home builders dependent on the quality standards of home building. While we welcome the strengthening of the Home Warranty Fund, the fund must not only be accessible to rich building houses in suburbs and estates, but also to those who are building, including in the townships and rural areas. We accept that it is difficult to apply the bill to temporary building structures forming part of informal settlement or shacks. However, the decision to exclude the application of the bill to structures that do not have their own bathroom or toilet is based on misguided European misconceptions of what qualifies as a building. People in rural areas build differently, and therefore this exclusion must be removed from the bill. For many years, the home building construction sector has been dominated and continues to be dominated by a few whites. Together with this registration council, the registration requirements appear fair, but the practical implications of the stringent requirements may be used to exclude entrant home builders who are mostly backup contractors. The use of the surplus of the Home Warranty Fund to finance transformation measures the industry must clearly specify that some of the funds will be used to assist black entrants with registration and must be reported on annually. Failure to address clearly how the legislation will ensure that it supports the entrance of black contractors and transform the industry will only serve to create a white-owned industry presented as a way to protect homeowners. I so submit.
Thank you.
Isethulo ilesi esilandelayo ukuthi eminyakeni eminingi kube nezikhalazo eziningi maqondana namazinga wokwakhiwa kwezindlu ngendaba yokuhluleka kwe-NHRBC engasebenzi ngobuqotho. Lokhu kubonakala kakhulu noma kubonakala kakhulu makwakhiwa izindlu kusetshenziswa osokontilaka abangathembeki. Siyathemba ke ukuthi lo mthetho wona uzovikela abanini izindlu ukuthi bangatholi izindlu ezingekho ezingeni elifanele ngokuthi babhaliswe kulo mkhandlu. Siyamukela futhi ukusimamiswa nokuqiniswa kokusebenza kwalesi sikhwama esibizwa ngokuthi home warranty fund. Kodwa lesi sikhwama kufanele ukuthi ke sitholakale kubo bonke singabhekeleli laba abacebile kuphela emadolobheni nakuma estates, kodwa ke kubhekelelwe nasemalokishini nasezinye indaweni zasemaphandleni. Siyamukela ukuthi zibe khona izinqinamba noma siyamukela ukuthi ke kuzoba nzima ukuthi ke kusetshenziswe lo mthetho esivivinywa kulezo zakhiwo zesikhashana nezinye ke okubandakanya imijondolo nemikhukhu. Yize kunjalo ke ukungabandakanywa kwalezi zindawo njengoba kushiwo ukuthi ke indlu kufanele ukuthi ke ibe ne bathroom ne toilet ngaphakathi. Lokhu ke sibona kuumqondo equbuka le phesheya le ukuthi ke uma kwakhiwe ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi ke akwamukeleki lokho njengesakhiwo. Abantu basemakhaya bakha ngezindlela ezihlukile ngendaba yezinqinamba zokutholakala komhlaba. Kanti okunye futhi ukuthi esikhathini eminyakeni eminingi lo mkhakha wezokwakha wona uphethwe abelungu kanye nayo iNHRBC. Kanti futhi ezinye izinto ezidingekayo ukubhaliswa lapho izidingo nqala ukuthi ke ize kukhona ke ezilungile, kodwa kuba nzima kakhulu ngoba ezinye zinqala kakhulu, kuba nzima kakhulu ukuthi osokontileka abasafufuzayo okuyibona esikhathini esiningi abalekelela lamakontileka amakhulu ukuthi nabo kufanele ukuthi babhekelelwe ngalesi sikhwama ukuze bakwazi ukuthi bathole ukuxhaswa kulemboni nokuthi lo mxhaso ikwazi ukuthi ilekelele osokontileka abansundu nokuthi lokhu kubhaliswe kuphinde kubikwe njalo ngonyaka. Ukuhluleka ukubhekelela lokhu noma uma umthetho uhluleka ukubhekelela lokhu kufanele ukuthi umthetho uqinisekise ukuthi abansundu bakwazi ukuthi bangene kulemboni, bakwazi ukuthi bahlele kabusha lemboni kungamani ukubhekelele izinkontileka zabamhlophe kuphela.
Thank you, Chairperson. Greetings to the House and all members of Parliament. My name is Sarah Machava. I'm a PR councillor from Dr. J.S. Moroka local municipality under Ward 5. My public hearing submission reads by this. For many years, our people have complained about the quality and standard of houses without any help because of the failure of the NHRBC, which operates like a cartel. This is mainly the case with the RDP houses that were built by dishonest contractors. 2, we welcome a bill that will protect homeowners from poor quality building through the registration of home builders dependent on the quality standard of the home building. While we welcome the strengthening of the house warranty fund, the fund must not only be accessible to the rich building houses in suburb and estate, but also to all who are building, including in township and rural areas. We accept that it is difficult to apply the bills to temporary building structures forming part of informal settlements or shacks. However, a decision to exclude the application of the bills to structure that do not have their own bathroom or toilet is based in misguided European misconception of what qualities as a building. People in rural areas building different to those in the city land contains. And therefore, they do not always build homes that have attached to them a toilet and bathroom, or even a kitchen. Therefore, this exclusion must be removed from the bill. For many years, the home building construction sector has been dominated and continues to be dominated by few whites together with HNRBC. The registration requirements appear fair, but the practical implication of the stringent requirement may be used to exclude.
submit 3 minutes. Mama.
Dumelang ka moka. Mo mo pela ga lena ke Kholena Maduana Ward Committee ya se Ward 9. Ward Committee ya se Ward 9 e Fosman. Fosman o na le mikhukhu ka tlase ka mo. Mikhukhu e ka tlase ga pula inwa ba ba rwala ba ba isha ka olo. Pula ya homola ba ba tšea ba ba boetša ka kwa metsing gape. Batho a leng ka kwa mekhukhung ga go ilo voutwa ba tšwa ba tsoga e sa le bošego ba ilo fola di-line ba ya vouta. Ga go fela di-voutu go fedile a ba sa ba naka batho ba la ba ka tlase. A ba na kese, a ba na metsi, ka mo ba dutšeng ka ntse ke ka metsing. Ke mekhukhu e ba e tsebang e dutše ka metsing. Ke kgopela gore masepala wa rena a re thuše ka bona ka mo mekhukhung a bona gore o ba tšea o ba iša kae gobane dintlo ba ile ba ngwadiša dintlo mara go feletse mo wa sanka di tšwelela ntlo tša bona. Ke a leboga.
Thank you, Mama. You are saying you are a ward committee.
Yes.
What is the role of the ward committee?
Ke ward committee ya Air Force man. Ke a leka go ya go bolela le masepala mara a go tšwelelele gabotse. Ke nyaka gona gore go tšwelelele gobane batho bala ba ngwadišitše dintlo tša bona ga ba re ba ile go checka ga masepala ba re le boeng o tlileng ba ya go masepala a ba kry-sile jale ke kgopela masepala a nthuše.
Did you interacted with your ward councillor?
Nge ward committee.
Did you interacted with your ward councillor? O boletše le ward councillor ya hao wa mo fa mathata owe a se wa arabe. Ward councillor a gore ward committee wena?
Yes.
O boletše nae?
A tsa ke be ke kgopela masepala a re thuše ka batho ba tšo ka mo le metsing.
No, Mama. A re kwane, Mama. Ward committee?
Yes.
Ward committee?
Yes.
A re tšheletšane. Ward committee o reporta ga councillora ward councillora as a ward committee. So a ke re ke nyaka o thuša ke nyaka o tseba gore o reportile mathata a le a reportile ko ward councillora o rileng ga re mmitša re re ward committee ya hao e tlile ya botša palamente ya re.
O ile a tla ward councillor ya rena le ena a tla lebelela ka mola a bona metsala jalo pula ye gore ke le bolelela gore o tlile wa bone le ena pula e sa tšona jalo ke bolelela mabapi le gore pula ye tla re kgopela thušo shempe and ena o ile a tla bone.
O na le makhanselara ba kae mo? Ke wena o le iwane mo? Ke wate ya hao? The one that batho ba dutšeng ka rametse? What councillora wa mo o ka yena? Ke wena, Mama? Ana mang? Ana Machwene? Oh, ye lo ngwadiša kua, Mama?
All right.
Yang kua lo ngwadiša.
The lady, she's from Ward 9, Fosman, and she's saying where she stays, it's a wet place whereby there's shacks which are built in a land there's a lot of water underneath. And people from Ward 9, they've voted for the present government, but after they have voted, the government doesn't come back to help them with their problems. And also, there's no electricity there, there's no water supply. The municipality has failed people in such a way that they have applied for RDPs in that area, but they haven't found any RDPs. They are still dwelling into that problematic place. Therefore, she's urging that as a ward councillor, the parliament today must come and help them as soon as they can.
Thank you very much. We have solicited your inputs. We have captured all of your inputs as Parliament. As we are going to deliberate on the bill, we are going to consider all issues that you have raised on the bill.
Siyabonga kakhulu ngakho konke senikwethulile izethulo zenu sizwile ngakho ke manje ukusuka lapha sekuhlanganisa nje konke nikushilo sikuhlanganise nalomthetho sivivinyo ebesizowethula lapha kini.
Amongst us, we have the people from NHBRC, which are the regulatory body on the building environment. I'm going to give them this opportunity to to respond on other issues that you have raised on the bill, including the chapter 6 that somebody needed clarity. Natasha and your team, you can come and
Ayike lapha njengamanje sinethimba elivela ku MHPRC elizoza lapha NHPRC.
BRC.
Okay, NHPRC. Elizokhike lithi lixoxa ngezethulo zenu liphendule futhi neminye imibuzo enithintile nakhuluma ngayo liphinde lichaze no chapter 6 enithe ningathanda ukuchazelwa wona.
We can't hear. Can somebody help help Natasha on the mic? What is the problem? Is it on? Camera, can you be able to go this way? Natasha must face the people. I'm not sure how you're going to do it, but she must speak. She must, yeah, she must.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Honorable Chairperson, members, and our public at large. Chairperson, we have noted the comments raised by our stakeholders, which, Chair, includes, the issue of inspections. Chair, the bill in chapters 70 to 72 provide for the roles, responsibilities, and duties of inspectors to undertake inspections. Chair, I've also noted the issue with regards to...
Can you allow translation?
Eke ngibingelele usihlalo, ngibingelele ithimba, ngibingelele nayo yonke indlu ekhona lapha. Sizizwile izikhalo esezishiwo esikuphawule kakhulu nje okokuqala indaba yalokho kuthiwa ama-inspection noma ukuhlolwa kwezinto kusengaphambili. Sikuzwileke sizoxoxa ngakho lokho kuhlola ukuthi kungenziwa kanjani futhi lapha ku number 7 to 72 kuyaxoxwa ngakho ukuthi yiphi indlela okwenziwa ngayo.
Then we on the issue of inspections, Chair, the NHBRC and the Steve Tshwete local municipality has collaborated, and we've entered into a memorandum of understanding, especially for issues surrounding inspections, sharing of information to ensure that there are adequate protection to our housing consumers.
Kule ndaba yokuvikela amakhasimende ethu masisho ukuthi thina ke njenge NHBRC ne Steve Tshwete sihlalile saxoxa ngayo ngoba siyayabona ukuthi iyakhathaza ukuthi yiphi indlela engasingathwa ngayo ukuze ilethe ukuvikeleka ikakhulukazi kumakhasimende uma kuziwa endabeni yokuqinisekisa noma ukuhlola ukuthi izinto zihamba kahle.
Chairperson, there has been issues raised regarding education campaigns, awareness campaigns, as well as, opportunities for young builders. In relation to any information about the NHBRC, we are stationed outside and can provide any information as to what it is that the NHBRC do, etc., and provide pamphlets. On training opportunities, there will be training scheduled for the youth on the 13th and 14th of September 2022. If anybody is interested in those trainings, please register outside.
Endabeni ke yokuqeqesha njengoba sizwile ukuthi abanye bayakhala ngendaba yokuqeqesha, indaba yokuqwashisa ngayo iNHBRC. Sesenze ke indlela zokuthi sibafundisa abantu. Ngakho ngomhla ka13 of 14 September kuzobe kunendawo ke lapho kuzobe kufundiswa khona ke abantu ngayo. Kodwa uma kungenzeka niyafuna ukwazi ukuthi kusetshenzwa kanjani lapha kwa NHBRC lapha ngaphandle niyalibona sinethende lapha ngaphandle limisiwe ningeza bese nithola ke incwajana ezithile eningazifundela khona okunye okwenziwayo.
Lastly, Chairperson, there has been questions regarding Chapter 6 of the bill. Now, Chapter 6 of the bill has 3 sections. The 3 sections are basically broken down into the prohibition on award of contracts, making of payments to non-registered home builders, warranties included when you sign or enter into agreement with a home builder for building of a home, and lastly, the speedy resolution of disputes.
Uma sesiza lapha kulo chapter 6 ke esithi abanye badinga ukuchazelwa wona bafuna ukuqonda nawo ukuhlukaniseke cishe igaba ezintathu. Ngakho uma uya kuwo uzophinda uchaze ke manje ukuthi ukwakhiwa okokuqala kwazo izindlu kwenziwa kanjani bese kuba khona nalokho okuthiwa ama warranty iziqinisekiso manje yokuthi njengoba kwakhiwa lendlu isiphi isiqinisekiso esikhishwayo esinikezwa sona ngoba abanye bayebasho ukuthi bazidinga iziqinisekiso ezinjalo. Ngakho uchapter 6 uyakhuluma ke ngalezo zindaba.
In terms of Chapter 6, Part 1, so the bill basically prohibits any person to participate in any subsidy projects unless that person is registered with the NHBRC. It also prohibits government entities to award projects to home builders that are not registered.
Uhlukane ke izigatshana ke isigaba sokuqala salapho chapter 6 kusesenqabela lokho kuthiwa ama subsidy kubantu siyakunqabela ukuthi akekho umuntu ovunyelwe ukwenza njalo bese okwesibili sinqabele futhi nosonkontileka ngokwabo kakhulukazi onke osonkontileka abathi bayakha izindlu kodwa bebe bengabhalisile lapha ku NHBRC nabo futhi bayenqatshelwa ukuthi basebenze.
Further, Part 1 says that if a home builder has been appointed and he appoints any subcontractors, that subcontractor must also be registered with the NHBRC. Then lastly, Part 1 then prohibits the payment of any services. If there are any defective construction, no payment must be made for that particular construction.
Uphinde ke manje bese uthinta abantu abakhayo abangaphansi abayizinkontileka ezingaphansi ukuthi uma bakha nabo kufanele bakhe kuphela uma bebhalisiwe lapha ku NHBRC. So uma bengabhalisiwe abavunyelwe ukuthi bakhe. So umthetho uyabenqabela ukuthi benze njalo. Kufana nokukhokha ke futhi nokuthi bakhokhelwe banikezwe imali umthetho futhi uyakwenqabela.
Part 2 deals with a contract between a housing consumer and a home builder. That contract and that agreement between the two parties will ensure that there are certain warranties provided by that home builder. He must ensure that he is registered with the NHBRC. He must ensure that the home is enrolled with the NHBRC. Upon completion of construction and occupation of the home, that home builder must rectify the home for any structural defects within 5 years from date of occupation, 3 months for non-structural defects, and 24 months for any roof defects.
Nalapha futhi ke kuba khona ivumelwano manje phakathi komuntu owakhayo nomnikazi womuzi. Nakhona futhi lezi ivumelwano kufanele zinamathele ziqondiswe yiyo futhi NHBRC. Okusho ukubhekelela ke manje lokho esiye sakusho sathi ama warranty noma iqinisekiso ukuthi lendlu izohlala isikhathi esingakanani ngokwezigaba zayo. Lapha sikhuluma ngophahla lwendlu izindonga zalo nalapho futhi isiqinisekiso kufanele sibe khona. Kodwa konke kwenzeka ukuthi usonkontileka lo owakhayo ube ebhalisile ku NHBRC.
Lastly, in terms of part 2, any home builder that appoints an engineer must appoint an engineer. So when the foundation is constructed, the engineer must sign off on the foundation. When the roof is constructed, the engineer must sign off. So basically all stages of construction must be signed off by an engineer, or as it is set out in terms of the bill, the certifying body or the competent person.
Kanti isigaba sokugcina ke sisho ukuthi uma umuntu akha kufanele kube nonjiniyela okhona. Uma kusakhiwa ifoundation phansi kufanele unjiniyela afike aqinisekise ukuthi yakheke kahle bese sayina nje ongathi ufake isigxivizo sokuthi kuhleke. Uma zikhuphuka izindonga ziyaphezulu abuye futhi unjiniyela avumelana ukuthi zihamba kahle. Uma sekufika ophahleni phezulu unjiniyela futhi aphinde abe khona. Manje lokhu kuqinisekisa ukuthi ukwakheka noma izinga esikhale ngalo liba kahle ngoba umakhi unonjiniyela.
Chairperson, there has been many questions to say the bill provides only protection for housing consumers. How does it protect the home builder? In this chapter, the bill further provides that home builders is entitled to progress payments. So for every stage of construction completed, a housing consumer must make payment, as well as the home builder's right to suspend any further works until such time that the housing consumer has made payment.
Abanye baye bathi kungathi lo mthetho sivivinyo uvikela kuphela abanikazi bezindlu. Thiwani ngabakhi abazakhile. Cha ke nabakhi abazakhile nabo lo mthetho sivivinyo uyabavikela ngoba nabo uthi kufanele bakhokhelwe. Ngamanye amazwi ngeke bakhe bese bengayithola imali yayo. Ngokwalo mthetho sivivinyo uvikela kokubili abakhi nabanikazi bezindlu.
Then, Chairperson, this is a new provision that has been is in the bill that is not currently, in the legislation, which is added protection to housing consumers, which provides for the adjudication of disputes.
Manje kukhona kokuhlongozwayo ke khona yize kungakafakwa njengesigxivizo kumshaya mthetho kodwa nakho futhi sekuyeza futhi kuzongena la. Kuzongena ngokuthi kuzoxazulula ukungaboni ngasolinye kokungase kube khona. Sonke leli lungiselele lisha elizoba khona ke. Uma khona ukungaboni ngasolinye lo mthetho sivivinyo kusuzokwazi ukungenelela usize.
By introduction of this provision, disputes between housing consumers and home builders can be adjudicated fairly, as we're all aware that it's quite costly to litigate and to obtain court dates. With this particular provision, matters should be resolved within 30 days, 31 days from the date of referral. And that is basically what our chapter 6 entails.
Ayike ngokwaleli lungiselele lisha lisanda kulisho ke manje lokuthi kube khona isixazululo phakathi komakhi wendlu nomnikazi wendlu makungaba ningasolinye selizosheshisa izinto. Siyazi sonke ukuthi uma kungasabonwa ngasolinye sekufakwa nezinkantolo kubiza kakhulu. Kodwa ke manje ngenxa yaleli lungiselele lisha elikhulunywayo seyizokwazi ukusheshisa indaba zokungaboni ngasolinye ngeinsuku eziwu30 zizokwazi ukuxoxwa izinto zixazululwe indaba ziphele kanjalo. Ngakho ke siyabona ukuthi lizosiza kanjani leli lungiselelo lokulungisa ukungaboni ngasolinye. Ayilokho okuphethwe yilo chapter 6.
Thank you, Chairperson, and our stakeholders.
Sibonge ke sihlalo nani nonke ababamba iqhaza bakhona.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Just to emphasize on what the bill is trying even to strengthen on the monitoring, because there were people who were asking issues of monitoring. Those inspectors who are responsible, if they found that they've not done their work as required by the legislation, there will be penalties against them as inspectors.
Ukugcizelela ke le ndaba yokubhekwa njengoba sike sasho ukuthi phela kufanele uma kwakhiwa kubhekwe. Kodwa manje ake sithi ke bona labantu ababhekayo abathi ama-inspectors abasawenza umsebenzi kahle. Ayike isishayamthetho nohulumeni nabo ke manje uzobabheka ukuthi bawenza kahle yini ukuze bangaphasisi izinto ezingalungile. Ngakho nabo kuzofanele baphinde baphendule uma bengenzanga kahle.
There was an issue of offense that they are saying since their parents have left, they have not been given a house. We just want to indicate that when the minister came to Parliament, because we oversight on the minister, when the minister came to Parliament, she had promised that child-headed families, disabilities, elderly people, they are not supposed to queue on the beneficiary list.
Kule ndaba eke yavela lapha yezingane eziyizintandane. Ungqongqoshe uma efike eParliamente uye wakuveza ukuthi uma sekuziwa kubantu abanjalo abayizintandane, imizi eholwa ephethwe noma elawulwa izingane zodwa, abantu abakhubazekile abaphila nokukhubazeka, uma sekuziwa kulabo bantu bona kufanele babe nabanye abantu bayoma ohlwini olufanayo nabantu bonke abantu abangenjalo, bona banendawo yabo ekhethekile.
So, councillors, ward committees and ward committees, you have to see that those people are taken care of. They don't have to be on the queue. You have to prioritize them on the list and indicate this is an elderly, this is a disability, this is child-headed family.
Kusezandleni zenu ke nina njengamakhansela ukuthi uma kufika labo bantu esisanda kukhuluma ngabo, abantu abaphila nokukhubazeka, abantu abahola imindeni, kuyibo abaphethe imindeni bebe beyizingane, abantu abakhulile, ukuthi uma senibhala ke ningabafaka ohlwini kodwa babekeni phezulu oqhulwini kube yibo ababhekwa kuqala bese kulandela ke abanye.
There's an issue of beneficiary lists that change every now and then. People are saying we've been, since I've applied the house 1996, others they say 2000. And the minister has said that he's going to digitize the beneficiary list so that the list is not going to be possible for anybody to change the beneficiary list as he assigned as a councillor or a ward committee.
Manje uma sekuziwa kuloluhlu lwabantu abazohlomula okuye kwavela ukuthi abanye babhalisa ngeminyaka yo-90s njalo abakatholi, kukhona ukushintsha kwaloluhlu. Ungqongqoshe ke manje uthi usezobheka ukuthi kungasenzeki lokho, kungakwazi ukuvuma ukuthi amakhansela noma imeya zikushintshe lokho obebhalise lapha abelapha. Ngakho sekuzobheka manje ukuthi bangasabi namandla okukushintsha, ngakho kubhaliwe kuhlale kunjengoba kubhaliwe.
As we move around the country, we were told by the communities that some of the councillor, when he comes in, he says, I'm not going to deal with the old things, I'm new. I'm focusing on new things now. And there we then said that the minister has to address those issues so that the list can be consistent and it should then not change as people change their seats. It should be within the system, whether the councillor is there or not. The list must remain.
Njengoba silokhu sehla senyuka ezweni siphuma singena, sizitholile futhi ukuthi kuyenzeka ngezinye izikhathi amakhansela athi uma engena esihlalweni uma eqala ukuphatha bese ethi okudala ngikungena indaba yakho mina ngiqala okusha njengoba ngingena. Manje kuthiwa ke lokho ke manje kuzovinjwa ke kungasenzeki. Akusebenze uhlu, alungashintshi nabantu ukuthi kungena bani esihlalweni bese kushintsha. Kodwa kuzoba uhlu nje olumile olungashintshi, kushintsha abantu kodwa uhlu lokhu luhleli.
There are issues of roads and other amenities, social amenities that were raised. We want to indicate one of the reasons why this department is not longer calling housing department, is calling human settlement, is to take care of those issues, that there should not be any houses that are built where there is no water, where there is no schools, where there is no, the bill actually is even trying to tighten that, these houses are being built, there should be a coordination between the MEC and the National Minister and the MMC for Human Settlement.
Uma sekuziwa ke kule ndaba yezindlu esikhulume ngayo manje sizwakele njengoba kulokhu kukhulunywa kuxoxwa izonakekelwa ngenxa ukuthi lo mnyango akusewona umnyango wezindlu njengoba kwakushiwo njalo. Lona sokuthiwa umnyango wokuhlaliswa kwabantu. Manje ukusho ukuthi ke usuzobheka ukuthi abantu bahlaliswa kuphi, awukwazi ukuthatha abantu bafake endaweni engenazi izindlu zangasese. Manje lo mnyango kusuzobhekelela zonke ke lezo zinto ukuthi uma abantu behlaliswa bahlaliswe endaweni kahle ezobanika izidingo abazifunayo, futhi kubhekwe ke nezinda njengoba bexhumana kusuka phansi kuze kuyofika phezulu kuhulumeni kazwelonke ukuthi kulandelwa kahle konke ukuhlaliswa kwabantu.
We had a meeting with the MECs, and one of the MECs that we were invited to Parliament was the MEC from Mpumalanga, and we have actually indicated that issues that would be raised in these public hearings, we are going to bring to him to make sure that they get addressed.
Kule mhlangano esiba nayo ke uma befika o MECs eParliament kuzoxoxwa nabo ubekhona nosuke eMpumalanga. Ngakho ke simtshelile ukuthi uma sihlangene kule mbizo izinto ezizophuma la sizomnikeza zona bese simcela ukuthi akabheke ukuthi ziyenziwa.
So all the issues that we have said they should be written down by the technical team, are going to be tabled in Parliament for the member of the executive councils to attend to. And as Parliament, we will follow up and make sure that they get attended to.
Zonke iphakamiso enizishilo nazibeka lapha bese bezithatha abomnyango laba wezobuchwepheshe ziyothathwa ke zonke bese ziyokwendlalwa phansi eParliament xoxweke ngazo ngasinye isiphakamiso esenziwe bese kubukwa ukuthi kuyesiyenziwa yini njengoba nina nisiphakamisile.
So with that note, we want to take this opportunity to thank you for having attended these public hearings. And indeed, your input is going to strengthen this bill.
Sifuna ukuthi ke siyabonga kakhulu ngokuthi nizile lapha nabaneqhaza kuloko bekuxoxwa ngapho, futhi sifuna ukuniqinisekisa ukuthi ngempela enikushilo kuzokwenza lukhulu kulomthetho sivivinyo.
I'm going to request the volunteer to come and close this meeting for us with a prayer.
Ngizocela nje lapha phakathi kwethu ozizwayo efisa ukuzovolunteer akhuphuke enyukele phezulu bese phetha lo mhlangano ngomkhuleko.
And after the prayer, please don't go. There are food that have been prepared for yourselves.
Uma sekukhulekiwe ke sicela ningahambi. Kukhona ukudla okulungiselelwe nina.
So can we then ask somebody to pray for us?
Asicele ke ozayo azosithandazela.
Mama, can we give Baba? Can we give Baba? Thank you.
Unjingawe, ave kunjingawe, ave kunjingawe, unjingawe, jingawe, ave kunjingawe, ave kunjingawe. Uyikakaramba ngisokulunga izolo nanamhlanje namzukwana Nkosi uzasolo ubusa mesucwengileko siyathokoza babathandekako. You made this privilege for us. Sakhona ukuthi mesucwengileko sibuthane kule ndawo babathandekako. Napa ke Nkosi abakhambeli ngaphambili bethu Nkosi bapha amandla. Give them courage baragele phambili. Nalelihle labaliphetheko sithemba ukuthi mesocongile ngamandla avela kwezulwini zonke lezi nthembiso nenkhulupheliso bazazidlulisa siyakuba ke mesocongileko siphake uthandano namandla nesipindi sokuthi sibekezelela nesihloniphane nasakhamba siye emakhaya ngokuhlukahlukana. And may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with us now and forevermore. Amen.
Thank you very much, Baba. I'm told the caterer is still on the way. You must just sit down and then.
Hayi siyabonga baba sezwile ukuthi abaletha ukudla basendleleni socela